Hello, everybody.
Oh, hey!
Hi.
Oh, no, I think
Good.
I can fix
Are we?
this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah. No, you're good.
No.
Everything's slightly
Okay,
shifted. We're good. We're
Nothing
good.
whatsoever.
Nothing at all.
We're off to a great start. Based on what I've heard so far about the plans for the evening, this feeling of everything is slightly off, but we're ready for it. Seems like the mood of the evening. I'm excited. Welcome back to Iron Valor, everybody, and welcome back to Wild Beyond the Witchlight, this volume of Iron Valor. I'm Deanna. I've got James, Max, Dylan, Danny, Zach, and Raina. I don't know if Raina's here yet, but Raina will be here. I've got all of them playing with me tonight, and we have all of you, the blood gods, watching us tonight, engaging with the story, dipping your blood-soaked fingers into our plot lines, blessing and cursing and lucking our players. Thank you all for being here. Before we get into anything super groovy tonight, I do want to shout out all the people who got us here and all the people who support the channel in general. So I'm going to get going on that, and then we'll see what these snails do. All right, I want to give a shout out to our partner, 9 Realms Gaming. They create top-notch gaming accessories from the finest woods this realm has to offer. If you visit www.9realmsgaming.com and use our exclusive partner code LYRE10, that's LYRE10, you can get 10% off at 9realmsgaming.com. Also want to shout out Tabletop Audio at tabletopaudio.com for the ambiance and the music that we use from time to time in game. All the audio is amazing and completely free to use in your own games, but please consider supporting Tim on Patreon so he can continue to make amazing sound sets. We at Ink and Lyre currently support him, and we encourage you to do so as well. We'll put a link to his website in chat. Max. Command TA, thank you. I am a willing victim this week. I also want to shout out Tailspire. Christian, valorous hero. I also want to shout out Tailspire, which is the virtual tabletop that we use that hopefully you can see us just chilling at the end of the snail race right now. But we use Tailspire for our virtual maps, and you get to see my rudimentary handiwork in building maps, but I'm getting better. It's a fantastic program. I'm learning. All right. Oh, just a reminder to all the blood gods, Valor tokens, which are the things that you accumulate from watching all of our shows, can help grant the players luck and the party blessings for themselves and curses for others. You gain Valor tokens by simply watching the stream, and you can use the point commands to see the way that you can influence the game. A lot of them are a little bit combat focused, so for tonight we'll spin it in a less. I mean, I'm assuming people won't murder each other at the performance competition, but who knows? It'll work out. You'll be helping us, and we'll all love each other. It'll be fantastic. So yeah, point commands will show you how you can use your Valor points, your Valor tokens to influence the game. What else do I want to say? Oh, if you missed out on our Kickstarter, our pre-order is now live. You can go to our pre-order shop and grab Stargazer's Guide to Aurora and any of the awesome items from our Kickstarter campaign now. That's command pre-order if you want to take a look at all that kind of stuff. That's our Kickstarter book and associated products about our homebrew world of Aurora and Acacia and Zodiac system and settings and cool little adventures and all that kind of thing that we've been putting together as a company and that we're super excited to share with you guys. Please go check that out. You can also follow us on social media. If you use Command Socials, you can check out Ink and Lyre and all of our various official social channels, or if you want to follow the cast, you can use Command Iron Cast, and you can follow the entire cast of Iron Valor, so any of us as individuals. All right, I think that's all that I have to yell at before we get into
recap.
You know, what we're doing tonight. Before we go into Dylan, I believe that your good friend Alistair Tempest is going to be guiding us through the recap tonight. Is that correct?
He is my great friend. My great friend Alistair Tempest will be doing us through the recap.
Good. You're really close, right? He seems like a sweet guy.
Yeah, we're almost like brothers.
That's so nice.
Yeah, twinsies.
All right, well, if he's ready, can he go ahead and take us away then?
Back to the Iron Valor recaps, everybody. It's I, Alistair, your magnificent host, here to guide you through what's happened in the carnival. Let me tell you, we had a wonderful time last time. Not really, of course, not really. Here, let me show you. First things first, while trying to avoid my duties at the carnival, I hated this place. While trying to avoid those said duties, though, got a little hungry, went and grabbed some corn dogs. Free food is great here, though, don't get me wrong. But unfortunately, Snudgrok came out of nowhere and told me that I had to run errands. Nobody really told me about this. Of course, how could they? They couldn't find me. But it's fine. I mean, not really. They wanted me to escort some strangers around the carnival as the first day or something, make sure they don't get lost. So of course, the first thing they decided to do was leave everybody by themselves. At least one of them did. You'll see.
Yes, they definitely have corn dogs at the festival. There's like a fully goat woman standing there. She's got candied apples, corn dogs, cotton candy.
Oh yes, I'll take whatever I can get here. I'll take some cotton candy and a corn dog, please. If you don't mind.
She takes her little goat hooves and picks up a corn dog and hands it to you. Your staff, you don't have to pay for food here.
Oh my god, don't you have to pay? I knew this. I take my corn dog and my cotton candy and I go and try and hide yet again.
But not for long.
But not for long.
So you just hear behind you, hey, new guy.
Oh god.
Yeah, you.
Oh gosh, me? Well, hey there, what can I do for you, stranger?
You can drop the voice. We are going to be VIPs tonight, I think. More or less. We're going to tour guide people around.
This sounds very not something that I'd want to do.
Well, it's better than just like not doing it and just, I don't know, going around
a bite of his corn dog.
serving entertainers all day.
I'd much rather be doing literally anything else, but
well, that's
they're
our
kind
job.
of yeah. I know they forced me into this. I guess I'll follow you. What are we doing?
I don't know. I guess we're trying to find people who look lost. I don't know what they look like. He'll bend down and he'll like see a thing of chips on the ground and he'll pick it up and start eating it. And feeding them also to Clyde, his dog. So let's go around and try and find these people. I think we're probably going to find them at like the entrance or something.
After meeting all these nobodies, I had the beautiful pleasure of escorting. They decided to split up, of course. So I took the farm animals, and Snudgok decided to take the eccentric god paladin, something about the god. That's all they really talk about. And the guy who just ran away. Good luck finding him, I guess. Not my problem, am I right? So they wanted to go throw hoops, something. I couldn't be bothered. I'm not very good with my hands, even though I'm a clown weird. But the other ones, they got into some other things, which we, after we threw our rings and hoops and had a merry old time, we decided to get back with them.
To blow off steam after months of working at the restaurant, that ring toss thing looks fun. I think Bo's gonna head over there.
I guess you take I'll take the animals and you can have the guy
Excuse
who
me?
already let up. Sorry, little guy. I'll take the very self-dependent rabbit, and you
There
can
we go.
you can have the guy that already left.
Where?
I wish I knew. He's gone.
Oh no, this is already not
off that way.
Okay, I'll go in the direction of where Lotus went, I guess.
Hi, were you interested in trying your hand at looping brigand longscarf?
Of course, I love looping brigand long scarf.
Right off your tongue. It just rolls right off there, doesn't it?
Of course. I've said tongue twisters in my day, but nothing like this. Looping, yes.
I'm certain that you have. All right, so you get 3 rings to start with. Did either of your companions want to play as well? Oh, hi, Alistair.
Oh, hey, honey. I don't think I want to play at all now.
I will hop up onto the countertop.
Oh, my little friend, I'm sure I can beat you.
Excellent. All right, so 3 each for each of you. Very nice. You both did so well. Now, sir, and she kind of looks down at the counter at you. Vincent. You can choose from our smaller animals here, and she points to the lowest rack of stuffed animals that are all just like little beanie babies. They've got loads of different kind of animals. Just have a stuffed animal.
Let's go.
All right. With 2 out of 3, you can choose from our next rack up. These are slightly larger. These are full-size stuffed animals. They've got a spider that's about this big. They've got a butterfly, a similar size. They've got a rabbit, and they have a turtle. Whichever one you would like to pick.
Okay, we got a spider, a butterfly, a rabbit, and a turtle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and get that spider. Oh my god, I want that spider.
All right. It's like this big. It's all one of those furry tarantula kind of ones. It has like those little magnetic hands, so you can like strap it onto yourself. It just loops over your arm.
But should we catch up with the others? See how much fun they're having.
We could definitely make our way on that way and see if there's anything in between.
We are a party after all.
Sounds good. Just follow me, and with a wave of my hands, fireworks fly out, and I jump forward.
Having fun already.
Right, Nora.
Like all good things at the carnival, though, we can't just stop at one game. We decided to now go and meet up with the other party after we got done, throwing hoops on things. Very fun, of course. Not really. And after meeting up with the other people, of course, the god woman was pulling apart lusty snails, I believe, and I guess we finally found the guy who just ran off, and now all of a sudden I'm now on top of a snail preparing to race them against my people I'm showing around the carnival. So here we are. Of course, everybody here decided to play fair and square. No cheating happened in this carnival race. No. There was cheating.
All right, we'll jump back to Snood and Nora, who are trying to help with this going on over here.
Yeah, before that, Snood does run up to Nora. And he's like, "Where'd he go? Where did that green, your friend, where did he go?"
Can I roll for stealth?
Not my friend, but, I thought they went that way. Or maybe it was that way.
He got away on, what's his name?
Him? I thought it was Lotus? Lotus, I believe.
Lotus! He like shouts.
Could I talk to you in like a minute? I'm just trying to,
Oh, no, we're here to help. Well, she's here to help. She's a servant of Mermista and is ready to help you.
Thank you, that's
Close
so
enough. It's
sweet.
Nora, Melianora, made of Mephisto, and I'll help you if you need help. I mean, you seem to have it very well, but if you need anything.
You really don't.
Thank you, that's so sweet. I really appreciate the help. The race is supposed to start relatively soon, and the snails are stuck together, but I was really hoping, this is so great, I was really hoping to talk to somebody tonight, because people are kind of like, anyway, if you could just first just help me like pop this off.
Of course. And Melianora just kind of bops over. She's more than happy to get in there with her gloves, of course. She's not touching the snail directly.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, hello, and welcome to the 757th Material Plane Snail Riding Competition. Welcome to all our competitors today and everyone in the audience. It is such a joy to have you all here, and I'm sure our snails are happy to have you here as well. Now tonight, you all be having a good, clean race for the prize of... She reaches into her saddlebag, which is kind of hitched over her haunch, and she takes out this chain of like prismatic opalescent beads that are brightly colored, and there's a snail shell at the end that is also that same kind of prismatic. The snail necklace. I didn't come up with the name. It shows that you have the respect of all snails and gives you the courage and gumption of the snail. Excellent. And you will also win this potion of snail slime, which actually does considerable good things for you in your life and in your experience. Very exciting. Can't wait to see who wins.
The clown's back.
Uh-oh.
Back down.
Am I
Check out this
am
one.
I gonna cheat? It's not am I. It's how.
Roll me that slide in hand, Alistair.
Do I need, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm summoning an unseen servant, and his command is gonna go beat that sleeping man to death.
Oh my god.
I'm about to jump in with my unseen
Yes.
I don't
I'm not
think
sure
that's
they're
how
that
those
strong.
work.
I don't think unseen servants can
servant.
beat
He's a human.
Unseen
He
servants
follows
can
him.
hold knives.
They can hold knives. I don't think they have.
He
Send me
performs
and
simple
somebody
tasks.
send me unseen
A
servant.
simple task. Beat his
That's not how this
ass.
works.
Yeah, it's a simple task. He's a sleeping man. Go beat him up.
Not a baseball bat.
I mean, it's a very sharp knife though, so I think he can
I
do
could
it.
say your unseen servant can try to cow tip his snail and crush him to death.
It has.
Unfortunately, Alistair and his snail, Jeffrey, were not able to bring home the victory that everybody wanted to see. But that didn't stop me from trying to beat up one of the competitors with a servant. If I'm gonna lose, I might as well lose in fashion. That's what I always said. And I hate these people anyways, so, you know, we tried a couple times. It didn't really work, and unfortunately, Horseman, being the horse he is, came first in front of everybody. Unfortunately, how did he has to ride a snail as a half horse and he still wins? This is ridiculous. The math isn't adding up. How much does he weigh? That's rude, I shouldn't ask, but really, how much does he weigh? Unfortunately, we did lose, and now we're signed up for a talent show next week.
Oh, fuck.
The Magnificent has returned.
All right. The crowd is actually going nuts. This has been a very exciting game over the course of the rounds. As people are constantly falling asleep, waking up, giant salt shaker, people rampantly cheating, some of them being caught, some of them, you know, it happens.
Wow.
A picture perfect finish, 3 at a time, 2 just behind them. One man ran into a fence, and one employee cheated and was disqualified halfway through the race. And is now two total. You were at the very end.
Okay.
Clyde has come up to you now, just kind of doing that thing the dogs do, where they just shove their head under your hand, where it's like, pay attention to me, everything's cool.
You did a good job, buddy.
And as you guys approach the dais at the end here, Daya on the dais will say, Bo, if you would like to approach for your crowning, thank you all so much for competing.
Oh, of course. I'd love to get and I get a crown. Oh dear.
It's not a crown. It's like a necklace, like a medallion.
Okay, that will do. That will do. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, the only time I ever see them is at the Big Top performance, but I don't know if any of you guys are performers or anything. I know you work with like Palasha, right? The fish lady.
Yeah, I do. But she's, I mean, she's probably not gonna win tonight. So,
Okay.
if somebody beats her, looks around at the people at the parties. Anyone here perform?
Oh,
Well.
Wow.
I mean, I
Well.
play the flute.
Wow.
Well, either way.
My middle name.
We could all do something together.
That's so nice. Yeah.
Well, either
Okay,
way.
so we do this, and then we can talk to your bosses, right?
Yeah, no, they always, whoever wins the Big Top performance is crowned like the monarch of the Witchlight Festival, and they get to kind of like hang out with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light for a little while. They would probably get better access to information and stuff, I guess.
So here we are, signed up for our talent show with like an eccentric group of random strangers, half farm animals, half people, as a carnival should be. And, you know, I think we have some pretty good ideas, but I guess if you want to find out how good our ideas are for this show, you'd have to tune in next time on Honor and Valor. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Yo.
Hi. Nice to see you all
All right.
again.
All right. Well, thank you, Alistair. First of all, your way with words is truly awe-inspiring.
Thank you.
Last we left off, you had all just finished the snail riding competition. One of you had been medallioned, and you had heard the rising music of the big top extravaganza rising in the distance. You get the idea you're going to need to start moving soon if you want to take part. But you have the idea if you want to talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, going through the competition and winning that Witchlight Monarch crown is probably the best way to get an audience with them. What would you guys like to do now?
Wait, guys, what are we doing for this thing?
Well, what usually wins? We should probably do something spectacular, right?
Well, yeah, it's usually talented people. Which,
Uh-oh.
Anyone here?
Oh, shakily raises his hand. I can play instruments.
what kind of instrument?
I can play a drum, I can play an accordion, and I can play a pan flute all at the same time. Almost like a one centaur band, if you will.
That's a good start.
Certainly
Wait,
something
didn't-
I've never seen.
Yeah, but we're gonna need more than that.
I mean,
Just won that necklace with Lord of the Snails, didn't you?
the snails are pretty talented.
Those snails are pretty talented. Do you want to use the snails in the performance?
Do you think snails
Sorry.
know how to perform?
I'm going to pause you guys real quick. Dylan?
Yeah, dude, it is.
None of
yeah.
the players can be seen.
Well,
You're all black
dear.
squares.
some
Oh
guy.
no.
Oh dear, some guy accidentally
Hello, everyone.
minimized Zoom and broke everything. Oh no.
You've done
Just-
We'll be back
Oh,
in
oh,
just a
bam,
second.
bam. Oh, fixed.
Is it fixed?
Never happened.
It's totally
I don't know
fixed.
what you're talking
Hey.
about.
It's still black from what I can see, but I have lag. So.
Well,
It's back
soon.
for me.
No, it's looking good. It's looking good.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dylan. Okay, now go back into the scene. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Of
Vincent,
course.
continue.
The snails.
I don't
Snails.
think I've ever seen a show with snails before. I can't imagine they're very easy to work with, but maybe we can make them do what we want.
Make
That's
the
a
snail
good idea.
do a
Let me
flip.
try. I'm gonna go over and talk to the snail. I'm gonna test out my amulet. I'm gonna point at one of the snails. I'm gonna point at the snail I was riding. He was a good boy.
Okay. You guys just said goodbye to Dia. She was making her way back with the snails to start corralling them. So she's kind of herding them towards the other end of the pen right now. But you can certainly, they're not far away. You can catch up with them and try to turn one of them around, and they'll kind of pause.
Okay. I'm gonna trot up to one of the snails. Like, snail, sir, can you please hold for a moment?
It kind of sits there, turns its head around, and looks at you. The other snails are kind of slowing down and seeing what's going on, and Dia slows as well. It's like,
Snails, stop! And I'm gonna address all the snails at once. How many of them stop?
I believe that all the snails would stop within the parameters of your necklace. Yes, they pause. They're
It
just
worked.
looking at you.
Truly all-inspiring.
I am one with their kind. And I'm going to say, snails, I'm gonna look at Dia. I'm gonna trot up to Dia. Can you
Hey,
Miss Horse Person, Dia, right?
yeah. Sorry.
I was wondering if you would do me the kindness of letting us borrow your snails. We have big plans for them. Would you like for them to be stars of the show?
Oh, that's really nice. Roll me a persuasion check.
All of them.
I can
Number one.
persuade.
Bo's like, what?
Persuasion
what are you
is my
talking-
middle
what's
name.
A persuasion check?
At 12 plus. Where's my persuasion at? 12
Come
plus
on,
4, which is going to
Bard.
be 16. 16. Your snails will be stars of the show. They will be admired from end to end of the carnival tents, and it will be you who everyone will know your name because you were the one who took care of them all that time. How does that sound to you?
That's so sweet. I mean, it would be really nice for the snails to be appreciated. I think they really deserve it. They work hard. That's so nice. You mean that you're gonna enter them into the big top performance things? Is that right?
Absolutely. We're going to have a whole choreography planned for these snails. We have I haven't thought of it yet, but we have a whole show, and you'll be the one to have given us these snails to win. So it will be in your honor. If we win, it will be in your honor. How does that sound?
That's really nice.
We promise to take very good care of the snails.
Mm-hmm. We all promise to take very good care of these snails, don't we, guys?
I will take excellent care of these snails.
Yeah.
I hop on top of the snail and just slap it shut and be like, yeah. Excellent care of these snails.
See, he knew exactly where to hit the snail so it wouldn't feel any pain. Right, Vincent?
True. I hit it again.
See, we know.
I mean, they're pretty hardy. Yeah, no, I mean, as long as you guys are, pretty gentle and, like they won't come to any harm, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, just to let you know, though, if we win, you can't have the crown. It can be in your honor, but only, like, symbolically.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I just got here, so I mean, that's fine.
You're so wonderful and gracious.
Thanks.
Good. All right, let's run out, everyone. Everyone, ride a snail.
And
come on, Brittany.
Jeffrey.
Can I borrow that booster seat real fast?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you could return it before you head out, that would be great. But like, no rush or anything. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just a minute, and she'll.
Your snails and booster seat will be returned to you promptly.
Thank you. That's so sweet. She'll get you set up with your little booster seat. Do you want to hold it, or should I just like put it on one of the snails for you for later?
Well, I'm gonna. Well, we put it on this on Spotty over here. I forget his name. Slimy.
Okay. Yes, for sure.
His name is Jeremy.
Let's go, Connor.
Oh, snail. I was riding. It was like Slimy.
Yeah,
right?
She'll set it up. It's a pretty like hardy scaffolding system for you to be able to get on that snail, but she sets it up and goes, okay, let me know how it goes. Very, very excited.
You're not gonna come watch?
I mean, I'm not really like supposed to leave the snails. But I suppose if all the snails are going with you, yeah, no, I'll be there. Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
All right. Snood will climb up on the skull snail, and so we need to come up with something like amazing. We need to make them cry and laugh and gasp and just die in their seats, basically.
Oh, I know something like that. Let's see. When I was younger, I used to read quite a lot, and there was a play, Romeo and Juliet, I believe it was. We could do that. Well, it's a wonderful story about two star-crossed lovers, and their families don't like each other. They don't get along at all, but they fall in love, and then, they die, but it's all very sad.
Well, that sounds exciting. Let's do that then.
Yes.
I like the ending.
Are we? I promised I'd have these snails back in one piece. Are we actually gonna kill these snails?
Absolutely not.
Can they just pretend to die?
Hey,
We
Bo,
like-
tell the snail to play dead.
Which snail are you riding?
I'm riding Connor.
Connor, play dead.
Done. Does the snail understand what that is? Yes. The snail is just going to slowly, not in a dramatic smashing way, you're in no danger, but just slowly fall over on its side.
Alistair makes illusion magic to make it look like it's melting.
Oh no.
Okay,
The snail doesn't. The snail doesn't
That's
know.
too
The
good.
snail doesn't know. The snail doesn't know.
I roll away from the
That's
melting
not very
snail.
ethical.
We need the best actor snail, so maybe Connor can stay in the back. Is Connor the bad boy?
Yeah.
Wait, do we
Oh.
judge all these snails based on like how well they can play dead, and like that's who gets to get the main cast is who's the best at playing dead?
Well, I don't know if
Shouldn't
we
the
really
ones
have
that were
time to
fucking
audition.
before be the ones?
We don't have time
It
for
is a very
auditions.
important part of the play.
It is.
Lotus like raises his hand in the back. If you want realism, shouldn't you make the ones that were getting it on earlier the stars? You're gonna have them do it in front of a live audience.
Wait, they're gonna do it in front of
Wait.
the audience?
Wait, they do it? I thought they just.
Isn't that part of the play?
Is it?
I
Well,
mean,
yes, it's more of a fade to black situation, but I suppose it could be a little more explicit.
Is that allowed in a play?
I think the audience would like that.
Are you prepared to pop them apart again?
Oh, yes. I mean,
You did it before, right?
yes, I
You
assume
could-
between scenes we could just.
Well,
Should we order
that
them
would
to
be
start
kind of
with that necklace?
extreme.
True.
Seems a bit inhumane. You gonna order them to do it too?
I would
I
prefer
don't think we're
black.
that much pressure.
It's,
I don't know if they'll
It's
need that
all-
much encouragement.
it's all
So you
acting.
guys-
We're gonna order them to act like they're doing it.
We turn
So
around,
you
they're
guys
already
are-
doing it behind us.
Oh, no.
You guys are walking and talking. Connor is now like 35 feet behind you, still playing dead because you never told him to stop. You're about halfway.
Connor, come on. Good show. Come on.
He's dedicated to the role.
Yeah, dude. He ain't playing.
Except they're
no
not very smart. You're about halfway to the big top now, so you have a little bit more time for conversation if you have anything else you want to cover.
I think I should stay near whoever's telling the story. I can make them a little bit better at what they're doing. If that makes any sense. I have a little spell.
I'm very good at enhancing the visuals and making things look realer than they are, and I can also charm the crowd in times of need if need be. Not 100% success, but you know, I can try.
I can manipulate fire to maybe paint like a kind of background scene for the snails. I don't think we're gonna have any props, but if maybe we all carry in like a torch or something, just light an area on fire, I could keep it in control. Use that as our background.
Are you gonna be able to control the snails with all that music, Bo?
That's what I was just about to say. Maybe I should pass this off to somebody.
Is it concentration
That's
to control the snails?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just you say the word and they do it.
The way that it works is that essentially if you give a simple command, like one that you could maybe give to a very stupid dog, the snail will accomplish it to the best of their ability. And that's just how it works. They just essentially think that you have good ideas.
Okay,
Whoa.
so it's like a free action to command a snail.
Yes, you can only do it if you can only do it once per phase or round or whatever. You can't just, and they also are incapable of combat. I'm gonna put that right in there right now. They're snails, they don't understand warfare. But yes, it is a free action. It's not a bonus or a standard action to command the snails.
Okay.
But you could like be like, that guy looks tasty. He's food. And maybe the
Can
snail
they-
would go attempt to eat them.
Maybe can the snails use the help action to like distract?
Okay,
Whoever.
okay. But who's going to control the snails is the question.
Yeah, that's the important thing right now. We'll go into combat later.
I mean, only
I've
one of
made a
us
great
can talk to
mistake.
them, yes.
Well,
Like-
yeah, somebody's got to command them. I mean, did you want to do it? Looks at Lotus.
The druid.
I mean, I'm probably
You
better
can-
at handling snails than I am people, so.
Yeah, you can handle animals.
Probably
Correct.
true.
I can see that.
Excuse me?
Seems really rude.
Well,
These are very amenable snails.
I
They're
could
good
run around
boys.
and
I told them.
I could run around and help people, I guess. My talent is just stealing, but I don't think that's gonna come into it.
Yeah.
Can you do like flips and stuff and look cool?
Sure, I could do a flip. Or I could like flip off of the snail onto the other snail.
That's pretty dope.
That would be pretty dope.
You guys are coming up onto the big top now. There's a little booth at the entrance that you guys are approaching that has like the little, there's not a lot of people outside now. There's essentially some stragglers who are doing the thing that you see outside of a lot of theaters where it's like, okay, we bought a lot of food, but we're not allowed to bring it in because they're selling food inside. So we have to eat all this food outside before we can go inside. And they're scattered around the entrance. And then at the little booth, there's like a small gnomish woman with black hair and big round glasses behind the booth who's talking to an older gentleman in black patchwork clothing who's kind of leaning over and seems to be asking her some questions.
Can we scope out the competition? Are there any performers around here?
Outside, not so much. You can see, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that's a cool one.
It's a natural one.
It's beautiful.
You see a guy. You see a guy totally like just hogging down a churro, and you're like, that's a skill. He's gonna be performing competitive churro eating inside at some point.
I glare jealously at the guy deep throating the churro.
Whoa.
Vincent, you have a relatively high passive perception, and you also notice something else. First of all, you notice that the booth seems to be set up for people who want to sign up to compete. The woman seems to be talking with somebody who's a little bit confused about it. And you, Vincent, kind of recognize those patchwork stooped shoulders and the walking stick that the elderly gentleman is leaning on.
The man deep-throating the churro?
No, that's a different guy. That's a person finishing his snack foods outside. This guy is just talking to the woman at the booth. I mean, he could also have a churro. This is a gentleman from your backstory, so if you want him to have a churro on him, it's there.
Churro for sure. He's just ain't deep thrown, I don't think.
He's just gnawing on a churro while he's discussing something with the woman at the booth.
I will hop up to my good old buddy.
And he's talking to the small one behind the car. I was just thinking, I know it's not really the point of everything, but if there's only one crown and there's multiple people performing, it feels sort of, unkind to only have the one and not split it between them. Oh, Vincent! Oh, what happened to your eye?
Kobolds.
What, like, many of them just came and took your eye right out? Is that the idea?
Well, yeah, basically. It was not pretty, but they are no more. So,
well, other than the dashing new accessory, you're looking very well.
Why,
Are
thank
these
you.
friends of yours?
Yeah, we just met. We got Bo the Magnificent. We're actually going to be performing.
It's
you should
fantastic.
come meet everybody.
That would be lovely. You guys see before you, this is a very familiar figure to you, Vincent. You've known him a good long time. It's an older gentleman. He's wearing kind of black patchwork clothes, well taken care of, but older. He's got kind of a long wooden staff, a white ponytail that's a little bit messy, but again, clean. He's got a quite lined face, the kind where it's like he's definitely got laugh lines and crow's feet. Like he's quite a chipper guy, but also he's had some concerns in his life. He's also got the, something is wrong eyebrow pinch. Like he's definitely had a very full life. The other noticeable things about him are that he appears to have a pack on his back that's kind of slung diagonally that seems to be flush full of things, and he's got some little glowing sprightly fairies that are kind of sitting on his shoulder, on his hand, on the cane. This is not particularly hyper unusual for him, Vincent. He sometimes makes friends with fey beings, but he seems that they're sitting on him like pigeons on a statue in the park. Hi, well, pleasure to make everyone's acquaintance. You said that you're performing tonight. That's fantastic.
That's a strong word.
It is a strong word.
No, it's not strong. We gotta hype each other up, guys.
So we like strong words.
We're certainly performing something.
We are nothing but strong words. We are the we are all magnificent on this fine evening. Don't you worry about that, sir.
Oh, I love that attitude. I'm very excited to see your performance. I was just signing up with Mindy over here. I was just going to do little something, nothing, too big, but I would love to see you perform, Vincent. I've never seen you, that outgoing like that. That's fantastic.
It's been a lot since the last time we crossed paths.
Yeah, you've gotten old, wise, and walking with a limp now. Do I need to help an old man inside, or do you think you can make it on your own?
Oh, I might need some help, but so everybody, this right here is Madrick, and
yes,
he's the one who saved me when I was a child.
It's a little bit dramatic. It was myself and my adventuring party. We came across our dear Vincent here, helped him out of a little bit of a spot, but he's been a dear friend and a welcome protege. He's a good man to have on your side, absolutely.
So what are you performing?
Well, nothing. You remember, Vincent, I used to, just bring out the guitar every once in a while. I'm just doing a little something. Nothing too competitive, just for the chance, to share some of the old stories. I'm sure can't compare to whatever you're doing with all these snails.
We do have a lot of snails.
Yeah.
I almost forgot that we have a herd of
snails.
He's like, watch this, do a flip.
Have you not given me the amulet yet? Or are you still just messing with the snails?
No, of course. Here's this. Okay, now he goes to Lotus. Bo goes to Lotus. I'm gonna show you everything I know. Take off the amulet, put it on you. Everything I know. There you go. Claps on the back. Get it.
Lotus blinks a few times. Is what? Is he serious right now? He's like, thank you.
Yeah, go tell us how to play dead. They love doing that.
I think I'll wait till the performance starts.
Yeah, we don't want to give away all our secrets.
Oh, you're right. I am trying to show off in front of everyone again. And he backs away. Let me not do that.
All right, we need to sign up for this thing.
Yeah, I can wait inside for you. I'll do right in there. So, good to.
Yes,
it's wonderful to meet you.
It's very wonderful.
So good to meet you as well. What was your name again?
Oh, Melianora. Call me Nora, not Melly. Sorry.
Well, nice to meet you, Nora. Nice to meet you. I'll see you all very soon. Can't wait to see your performance. And he walks pretty heavily. He seems older than he should be. He's maybe in his mid to late 70s. But Vincent, you especially notice it's been a couple years since you've seen him, but he looks worse for wear. He's
the years have been
slower
rough on him.
Yeah, it's maybe been I don't know how often you see each other, maybe for holidays and the but he looks much worse than the last time you saw him. He is creaky.
I'm sorry, what race is he? He was
he's a human man. A human man.
Okay. A human man?
Yeah. A human man. Yeah. Behind the booth, if you guys want to go sign up, there's that little gnomish woman who's just got her kind of sheet and she's starting to roll it up.
Oh, wait. You've got another group.
Yeah? Oh, another performer? Okay, you're cutting it really close, sweetheart.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, okay, Pumpkin, you're performing tonight? Where's Palasha at? That's the question.
Oh, Palasha, she's coming. Eventually.
Okay. Well, if you're looking to steal something else, this is a hell of a thing to steal. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. If you want to sign up to perform, that's all I'm here to do.
You're doing a lot of talking for someone who doesn't say anything.
True.
All right, what am I
We
putting
would
down
like
here
to
then?
sign up.
All right. What am I putting you down for? I got a troop here. All of you's in the snail. What am I putting down?
Guys, what's our troop name?
Oh,
We need a troop name.
we need a good one, a good troop name.
The Magnificent Lights.
Oh, and the Magnificence.
Oh no, I love it.
Oh,
Oh no.
seems like a wonderful.
Oh.
Can't you just call us Untitled or something?
How about the
Untitled.
Magnificent Bamboozles?
The Magnificent Bamboozles? Is this the universally agreed upon title?
What about the Bamboozlers?
Well, that sounds
Bamboozlers.
terrible.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
Just put work in progress at the end in parentheses.
Work in progress.
Ding, 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 ding. If you guys have ever been to a theater or a ballet or anything, you know the sound that it makes when it's like, get the
Oh
to
no.
your seats. You start to hear that sound. You know you're going to have to finish it up and head inside soon if you want to be signed up. All right. I could just put Untitled. Not going to do you well inside. I can tell you that. Not going to get anybody excited.
No, don't put it down as
Yeah, no.
Untitled.
The
Okay.
Witchlight players.
Witchlight playwrights.
Witchlight playwrights.
I mean, it rhymes. It does rhyme.
All right. Your work. I haven't seen most of you around here before. You work here? You go and buy official titling?
I mean, clearly you knew some of us, so some of us work here.
I mean, yes.
I am.
Deborah,
do you
just
thi-
write down the name.
Deborah, please.
Witchlight playwrights. That's what we're going with. Okay, setting it in stone, engraving it in rock. No changing it now. I thank you very
Oh, no.
much. I got you down.
Oh boy.
All right,
Thank
Witchlight
you.
playwrights, make your way inside. You have a fantastic evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
We should go
Got
by
this.
the Witchlight Players.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't by Daniel in the chat.
I like that better.
Lauren is in the chat angry that you guys have a name before Fate's End has a name. We also have a level 3 hype train. Thank you so much, everybody. That's so
Hey.
nice.
Thank you, everyone.
We love the
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah, they're going crazy in there.
All right.
Right.
Ding ding. Anything else you
Uh,
guys want to do before you head in?
I'm going
Lotus gets
to.
in the costume.
gonna-
Okay, what does that mean?
He covers himself back up.
I'm going to clap my hand on Alistair's shoulder.
Hello, my friend. Yes.
I don't have any instruments. Find me some instruments.
You don't have any instrument? Oh,
I don't carry instruments with me. I didn't expect to perform tonight.
it's lucky for you. I happen to carry bagpipes on me at all times.
Pipes.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes?
Yes, bagpipes.
All right,
Do you know-
all right.
you know how to
Bagpipes.
play
Find me a drum.
A
Find me a
drum.
drum.
A drum.
A drum.
I need pots and pans.
Pots and pans.
That's the closest
Alright,
thing you
we can
get
do
into
pots
a
and pans.
drum. What am I supposed to get a drum at? It's you.
This is a carnival. You don't have a drum?
You think I just carried a drum? Oh, 1 second. Let me just. Oh, look, no drum.
Ding ding.
Oh my goodness.
Bagpipes, pots and
you
pans.
Acapella. I can illusion drums. You acapella.
Wait. Is there a drum around?
Yeah, do we see
You
any
guys-
drums for him?
Do you want to go into the big top to look for it, or are you looking at it outside of the tent?
No, I
Is
bet
there-
you
there's
there's one
gotta-
inside the big top.
Wait, what if I
There's
say
one
Outside
inside the
the
big
big
top. There's got to be some instruments inside the big top that someone can steal from me.
I got you. I got you.
Stealing.
I happen to know someone really good at
Are
stealing.
you guys heading into the
We
big
got you.
top to look, or are you sticking outside? Are we scene
Uh,
transitioning? Are we going into the establishing shot, or are you outside?
Team?
We
inside.
can. We're gonna go inside. Yeah, we're gonna go inside, and we can. Someone can steal something in there, right?
I look at Snoop.
Theoretically.
Someone.
You can
Theoretically.
certainly try. All right. So as you guys, Raina, did you want to say something? Is Nora up to something before we head in?
I was just thinking where we could possibly get a drum, but go ahead.
I'm
All
ruining
right.
everyone's plans, but
As you
Don't
guys file into the tent, you can see this little tent that I made because I tried not to make it as huge as the snail race. It is essentially, it's a very large square silken tent, probably like 40 or 50 feet up, with one of those canopy ceilings that tents have, made of like deep, rich colors. There's lines of seats that go up to the walls. There's a small central stage in the center. There appear to be wires that traverse the ceiling, but no kind of like lighting rig up or anything like that. It's just completely bare leading up to the ceiling. Like I said, there's levels of seating leading to the walls. There's also booths that line higher up. You have no idea how you get up there, but apparently people do. Among the seats, you see a whole cornucopia of people, the kind of folks that you saw around the festival earlier, or the carnival earlier. There's like pixies, fays, satyrs, but also humans, dwarves, and halflings, the occasional pig in little overalls, like all sorts of people. Gnolls with their backpacks and their halfling husbands, that kind of business going on. You do see, as you are settling in, Vincent, you would definitely see that your old friend Madrick is sitting with some space beside him, and he waves a little bit to you. If you guys are looking for anything else, I can have a perception check, or if you are looking specifically for a drum set or folks to steal from, that'll be an investigation check. Perception is just to get vibes. Investigation is, I want a drum kit.
Did
So
somebody say
whatever you guys want to do.
vibe
What?
check?
Vibe check.
all right, so let's we can try to investigate, right? See how this goes.
Investigate.
Yeah.
Okay, who's investigating?
I went for a vibe check.
How did the
All
vibe
right.
check go?
Not good.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna take perception checks first. Who rolled perception checks?
I did.
All right, anybody else?
I also did.
All right, what did you guys get?
I got a 24.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
That's very
I
good.
got a 5 on the vibe check.
Okay.
Where are these vibes in here?
Hey, where are they?
You, Alistair sees that there's a lot of lights, a lot of drunk people, a lot of annoying people in
I like
Harlequin
to see.
costumes, and it's just a lot going on.
It's a lot.
You can let me know what he's distracted by, but just.
Elsto's distracted by his own self, thinking about how these people look way more prepared than he does, and how are we gonna get a drum kit? But he didn't look for the drum kit, but he's like worried in the back of it. He's not feeling good.
Speaking of more prepared than you are, Max, Lotus would notice across the way on kind of the lowest row of seating on the opposite side of the tent are a troop, like 10 or 15 people in matching flashy orange and yellow unitards, fully dressed, hair spiked, all matching, looking pristine, looking prepared. There's some other groups there. You also see Madrick with his little guitar. He seems to be unfolding some stuff. Again, fairies all over him. You see a person in a Harlequin costume in black and white kind of sitting there politely higher up in the stands. It looks like the people who perform just find their seats in the stands. A person in a rat costume. Like, there's an assortment of folks who have found their way in here.
I think that group over there is the ones to beat. And he points over to the much more prepared troop.
Do we know them, Deanna, Alistair, and I?
You would be somewhat familiar with them. They're a little bit newer. They haven't gone against Palasha 1,000 times, but they're a pretty skilled, extremely competent fire-breathing and acrobatics group. Kind of like Cirque du Soleil if they were on fire. That kind of vibe. They do traditional circus acts. And they're called the Fire Eaters.
Just to keep us in check, Zach just got some luck, and I also got luck.
Yeah!
Damn,
Thank
got luck.
you
Some of that
guys. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. Ooh, I got a hype train emote too. Yeah. All right, investigation checks. Who all rolled
Check.
investigation? And let me know when I ask you what your check is. Please tell me what you were looking for, and I will hit you up there.
All right, who sees a drum?
I went ahead and rolled a 4. So I'm gonna use my luck real fast and roll some more.
I believe in you.
All right, I got 2 4s in a row, like that,
Two
like that.
fours.
Don't worry,
Alright.
I rolled a 2 trying to help you look for drums.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you in just a minute. All right, who else rolled an investigation?
I did.
Okay.
Melianor is looking around and not having much luck. She rolled an 8.
All right, Melianora, you lock eyes with one of those unitarded figures across the room. It's a half-elven woman with delicate features and long, light blonde hair. And she looks at you and she goes,
She's so cute.
and you don't notice anything else. Did anyone else
She's
roll?
heard of Mephisto.
Lotus follows her line of sight and elbows her.
Okay.
Yes.
We're supposed to be
sorry.
doing something right now.
Right, drums. Are they not communal drums?
Did anyone else roll investigation?
Can I give guidance to Reyna?
to have her try again?
I mean, not great at it, but we'll see.
Investigation is intelligence based.
If anybody else is gonna
Oh,
look
dear.
again, I'll give them guidance this time.
Okay, not 20.
Okay,
You got-
add a
what was
D4 to
it?
that.
It came out to, it's a nat 20. It came out to a 19 because I have a negative 1.
Hey, add a D4. You're good. Let's go.
At 20, okay. You see, you notice immediately. You're familiar with these unitards, with the fire eaters, and you know that they like to stick people out in the audience, kind of hidden out there. Your eyes go back corner, back corner, back corner, back corner. In each corner of the tent, they have folks who they got little jackets on so they could rip them off, and it's a surprise that they're part of the act, but they've got the unitards underneath, and they have drum kits on them. But at this time, the lights are beginning to dim. What are you guys gonna do?
Okay, guys. So they'll point out the 4. Those are the ones. They're part of the act. Maybe we can make them. Well, I was gonna say fall asleep, but we can't do magic in here. I'm gonna go try and steal one of their drums.
Steal?
Are they here? Is the Mr. and Mrs. Witch and Light, are they here?
I mean, I imagine they are somewhere. Don't they have a special chair?
Those of you, the Witchlight hands, you two fellas, and then definitely Lotus also would have seen this with their high perception check, would have seen in one of the high booths, there are somewhat shadowed figures sitting back there, and they have, you would know, folks who work at the carnival, they have with them the Witchlight vein that just sort of senses vibes. It is the ultimate magical vibe check. It picks up on the magic, the mood. It can tell when the audience and the people at the carnival are happy. It can tell when they're sad, and it can tell when they're cheating. But it doesn't often pick up on super mundane stuff. So like picking someone's pockets, or lying, or spreading a rumor. Might not do so much casting a spell or standing up and heckling someone. It would definitely pick up on.
Indeed.
All right. Well, if we
Okay.
want to get this, we need a drum. So
We do need a drum. I'm gonna bend down to Snudgak. You think if you can get that drum?
I think I can.
I know you can, little buddy. And he fucking pats Snudgak hard on the back. You got some bardic inspiration for this.
Thanks, I guess.
Bo starts rhythmically tapping his hooves. Like, I know you can get this. And he taps him hard. Got this.
What is that? A plus D6?
It's a D6 to your thing. That was my last bardic inspiration, so make it count.
All right. So Snood will go for the one in the corner, I guess. That's closest to them.
Right.
So
The lights are going down. What is everyone else doing? The show is about to begin while Snoodgak goes to begin this task.
is there a line? Like, are the performers lined up?
No, the performers have found their place in the audience. When their show is ready to go, they'll find their way to the stage, or they'll start working from the audience.
Let's go sit down by one of the drum people. Maybe we can try and ease closer to them.
snails.
We do need room for the snails, though.
Yeah, we can put the snails like under the bleachers, right?
Snails don't make noise; they just sit there.
Maybe we can use the snails to distract the drummer boy while they get stolen from.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're
right.
acting like we're trying to find room for snail, and it just happens to be in the same corner there. And oh no!
It crawls on their lap and gets slime all over them. That's a good idea.
All right, I can bring them over there. I mean, I'm not from here, so they can't tell me I can't park my snails here.
I did not see any snail parking outside the tent, and I think that's on them for not coming prepared for this.
These signs
They
won't
should put up
stop
a
me. I
sign.
can't read.
The lights. What's your question? The lights are coming down. You have
Does
2
Nora wear
seconds.
a cape or a cloak?
What?
She does have a light traveling cloak, yes.
Okay, Snood will slip under there. Come on, let's go.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Just
Be
keep
careful
walking.
down there. Don't touch anything. It just keeps...
What is there any? Do you have anything in your pocket? I mean, no. Let's just go.
She is
Alright.
very clumsily walking over.
Okay. So with the nat 20, I'm going to say that you have ascertained in the corner closest to you, one of these drummer guys has set his drum at his feet and doesn't have it in his lap. So it's down there by his feet. But the rest of you, are you following them? Where would you like to sit? As the lights go down, you got to sit down somewhere or just stand there in the hallway staring at the stage.
I sit closest in the closest bleacher to drummer boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think
Just squeeze in. Excuse me, coming through.
Lotus is going to direct the snails to take up positions on the corners. And so he'll point them in any way to try and get them all around the edges. And then he's going to have Bad Boy come with him.
I think
Okay.
Bo's going to probably step outside the tent for like while the other things are going on, practice with the bagpipes, wait for the drum, hope they get it.
Wait.
You're gonna practice the bagpipes outside of a tent while other people are performing, just to clarify what you're doing.
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay. okay.
Why did they get a soundproof tent?
Wait. Can I go?
All right.
It's on them.
Can I go assist him? I know
You
how
can go
I know how to
wherever
play
you
the
like.
I know how to play bagpipes. I'll go help our friend Bo the Magnificent learn very fast.
Okay, excellent. So
Okay.
you guys are waiting outside. Vincent, where are you at?
I'm just gonna be down on the floor watching the performances.
Okay, fantastic. All right, the lights are going down. Everyone is in position. I will start asking for checks from our beautiful Snoodgach and Nora about how well they pull off this heist as
goodness.
things go on. But as the lights come down, the music begins to still. The audience begins to hush. Everyone looks up. As it doesn't come from any source, like I said, there's not like any kind of light rig out. There's no catwalk or anything. It's like a perfect ball of light that centers in the middle of the canopy along this tightrope wire that crosses the whole span of the room from one booth to the other. Light forms. And sitting on the wire is a figure. It's a figure in bright white and red harlequin unitard, not the same colors as the people down below. This seems to be his own style. Lounging, almost lying down across this wire, white curling hair, completely whited out face. You can see some spots at his wrists that are slightly gray, but he's mainly painted. The two of you who work at the carnival and folks who've been here before and had the time to engage in the Big Top performance would recognize this figure as Mr. Light. He has a commanding presence, a languid form as he leans back and smiles down at the audience. He does that sort of, I'm gonna get his name wrong, huh? The Wilder move of like rolling underneath and appearing as though he is falling off the wire and coming back up, standing on top of the tightrope, a little Willy Wonka from the beginning of the old movie. Hi. Welcome everyone to the Big Top Extravaganza. Applause, people are tipsy, people are drunk, people are ready to have a good time. And as he begins to speak, he's going to pace up and down the wire. We are so lucky to have you here tonight with us. And we are so excited to have the chance to entertain and be entertained. Tonight, both are highly qualified professional performers. There's some hoots coming up from the fire eaters and from some other members of the audience. And of course, the folks at home, the members who've just joined our carnival who wish to share their unimaginable skill. More calls from probably drunker people going, yeah, yes, from the back of the audience. We can't wait to share in the joy. Now, my good friend over here, Mr. Witch, and I, and he gestures expansively back to the booth that's at one end of the tightrope. And you can make out in the shadows this figure that's certainly like thicker set than Mr. Light. You can't quite see his face in the shadow, but he seems to have a tall scepter with some small, faintly glowing pyramidal shape at the top, lounging back. Hard to make out his face from this distance, but he doesn't seem to move much when he's gestured at. We will have the pleasure of seeing how much pleasure you can bring to the audience. We will be judging on 3 factors, just 3 factors only. First, can you bring the audience in? Can you make us have the time of our lives? If the audience loves you, we love you. We do love you. Second, do you have the skills? Do you have the performance to bring theater to life in front of us? And third, what about the climax? What about the joy of theater? What about the moment of unimaginable art? If you can hit all 3 of those, then you just might be crowned the Witchlight Monarch. More drunk people going absolutely insane. People are really feeling this. He's got like this sort of incredibly cocky energy that seems to be working for people. He's kind of like skipping along the tightrope at the top and swirling around, gesturing expansively as though he's lived on a tightrope his entire life. And he will pause at the center and say, "It's a pleasure to have you all with us tonight. I cannot overstate my excitement for this evening. Up first, we have our dear returning friends, the Fire Eaters." Lights go out, and he moves along. While he was spending all that time talking, most of the audience was looking up. I'm going to need Reyna from Nora because you are attempting to sneak a goblin into something. You can give me a deception check or a performance check, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
Performance.
Performance? Okay, you're acting as the totally innocent woman of the church just trying to find a place.
Not being suspicious, not being suspicious. That's a natural one. That's a natural one.
Very suspicious.
No luck?
Oh.
You might want to.
Oh, would you look at that hat
Excellent.
tractor
Luck
with
just came in.
rock?
What it do? Excellent.
Do folks know what lucks they have? Is everybody up to date on what they've got going?
I believe I have 1.
Because all I
Okay.
can see in the chat is daddy. That's all I'm seeing in the chat right now. I don't know where people
Dylan does not seem to have a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I used the one I got.
I got one from whatchamacallit, from Christian.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you guys to keep track of that because I don't know. Okay, Reyna, are you using a luck or?
I absolutely did, and that is a dirty 20.
20. Okay, tell me how you're just skirting effortlessly by this bamboozled man.
She's actually going to walk right up to him, and in her best confused tourist voice,
Excuse me. I was looking for a place to park my giant snails. You know those giant snails. Everyone has them. I'm sure you have them, don't you? I'm sure I saw some outside. Well, I'm looking for a place to park them for the performance, and I'm not quite sure where to go. There's no signs. There's no signs in here. How do you find a way to put your snails with no signs?
and she's just going to keep going like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Lotus is gonna reach down and pat Bad Boy and be like, Go slime him.
Oh no.
Bad Boy's gonna come up while you, Nora, are talking to this gentleman and just very gently use his eye stalk and do the. Sorry, you all have to see my leg. I'll see my leg. And the thing, he just drags his eye stalk down the guy's leg over and over again to slime him up. And the guy just sits there. Okay.
Yes, and so I was saying, I looked all around. There's so many signs, but I read them, and none of them came to snails. I want to put the snails, and don't mind him. And just keep it.
All right, Snugak, give me that sleight of hand check with advantage because he is properly distracted.
Yeah, you see
I also gave you the inspiration for that too.
Reach out. Little orange grabby hand. That is a 21. Let's see if I can get something even better. Okay. And a 17, so 21.
All right, 21 will do it. How are you just bringing it under the cloak with you? How are you?
Yeah, so like a little grabby orange hand reaches out and like feels around and takes the drum and snatches back. Under the cloak.
All right, you got your drum and you guys find your way to the seats as...
And the stick that you use with the drum.
Okay, I'm going to say with a 21, yes, you can grab the drumstick. They're strapped to the side of the drum.
Does he have like popcorn or churros or anything too? No,
no, he's dairy free right now in preparation for the performance. He just has like a lemon water and lemon water with a little bit of like syrup in it to really cleanse his vocal cords. Nothing good. Okay. That you have two hands, so that's all you can take. Sorry, Snugak.
Wait, so I do take the water?
You can take the water with you. You take his little travel mug of lemon water and his drum, and you leave this theater man totally bereft.
Yeah, Snoop gets back to where they're sitting. He goes to take a drink of the water, and he's like, "Oh, this isn't soda." And he throws it. Here, do you want this bow?
All the way outside? Oh, yes, thank you. I'll soothe my vocal cords with it.
Gross.
We only have two instruments, so I guess we're gonna have to sing.
Got a drum for you here.
Oh, this is exactly what I need. He pulls it up. It's one of the.
Don't wave it around. He's probably gonna see that you got it. You gotta hide it.
Oh, we're outside, right? You brought it to me outside.
Oh, sure.
Right?
I guess.
Yeah. He's gonna try to fashion it onto his back. We're gonna make this work with rope, and yeah, we're gonna use rope to fashion it into the one man band with the drum on the back thing. So when I tap my hoof, it bangs the drum.
Okay, I'm gonna check in on you and ask you for checks. I know you're also being assisted by Alistair here in a minute. Inside, you guys are gonna start to go through the performances. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to do during the performances, and I will check with you through each one. So the first is the fire eaters. The people hidden among the audience leap to their feet in the darkness, blow like this powdered dust of glitter. If you guys have seen Dune yet, it's like the glitter sand that they have in Dune. It just sprays everywhere, glints under the low light of the candles. And then those who have drums begin a frantic beat on the drums that like really gets to your core. The one who doesn't have his drum anymore panics for a second, starts beating on his stomach in the rhythm as best as he can.
Can we like start a rumor about that guy? Like, wow, look at that guy. He came so unprepared.
You are outside right now. If somebody else wants to do it, they absolutely can. But you've already fucked up this performance by taking his drum.
Lotus is a masterful shit talker. I'll go for it.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna have to roll me a persuasion check to get this rumor going.
Oh, I'm so good at those for sure.
Oh yeah, I feel like.
Lied.
It's beautiful.
Does he have luck?
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm gonna look at 2. Let me look it and guidance it. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, some more luck for him. There it is.
That's 14.
A 14? Okay, what's the rumor that you want to get started going around here?
Wow, look how underfunded they must be. They don't even have a drummer for that guy. Or they're beating on his stomach. Maybe he's drunk. You think he's drunk?
The knoll sitting next to you's like, that's an option. Seems pretty unprofessional.
I know, right?
Yeah. Leans over to the group of pixies next to him, and you can hear some. And you feel like it's starting to spread out a little bit. It doesn't seem to like nobody's in an uproar, but the rumor's starting like this is a little bit weird. As they continue, it's a flurry of light and sound and music, mostly just the drums and the incredible acrobatics of these troops. I've rolled their performance checks ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me do this. But there's groups of acrobats flipping, arcanists who are sending fire out into the sky. No kind of story involved, just sort of very well-rehearsed routine swirls of fire, backflips. The crowd seems to get really into the moves where it's like, if you've ever seen like a circus performer pick someone up and throw them and another person catches them, like these multi-person maneuvers where it just relies on everyone knowing and trusting each other really well. People are getting really into it. Like this really trust fall kind of moves seem to be the highlight for the audience. And the audience seems to be really digging it. There's a little bit less excitement than you might expect because it is a little bit weird to have that one guy without the drums. It's a little bit of a weird moment, but like they start getting the hang of it and they start getting into it. And when that guy starts catching people are like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then, yes?
I'd like to send a couple of snails to just kind of get awkwardly close to the performance while it's going on.
Based on the map, I know I don't have snails for you, but are they coming right up to the side?
Yeah, they're kind of like going over there, like lingering, and then
I'm going to
sliding away.
I'm going to roll a concentration check for these performers.
Okay.
I'm not going to make the DC super difficult because they've performed for a long time and they're used to random drunk people wandering up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make it a DC 12 concentration check to see how well they do here.
Okay.
And I still don't know how to roll dice on here. Is it okay if I roll a
So
real life die? I promise I'm a good and honest
you can
person.
press spacebar and bring them up, and then drag them up and throw them if you want.
Thank you.
You click if you want to do multiple.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness!
Where did it go?
Does
it tell me?
Did you throw it
11?
into the void?
That's too high.
It's an 11. Okay. I'm gonna say, because I didn't specify this beforehand, I'm gonna say it's just a flat roll because otherwise me adding things now is not fair. I'm gonna say that they're pretty distracted by those snails. Their big show-stopping moment, their third phase, is one of their arcanists sending up a ring of fire, an enormous spiral of fire that goes up, and the acrobatics of one person crouches down, another goes on their shoulder, and then the rest of them start crawling up each other's shoulders to make that kind of human ladder, and then doing a kind of like handspring inside the ring of fire. And it goes pretty well, but the base gets a little bit distracted. And there's this wiggle, and one of the unitards starts catching fire a little bit, and they hold it. Their concentration is broken, so it's not super impressive, but it's not broken so bad that they get like mortally wounded, I'm going to say. It's not as good as it could have been. And they hover there and they maintain it, and the Arcanist like quickly brings the fire away. They land, they strop their foot out, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad performance. It was pretty good. It definitely looked rehearsed, but it wasn't show-stopping. All right, while that performance was going, I know that there's stuff going on outside. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
It was okay, but there was no passion.
Yeah. It was competent, but it wasn't passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Very flashy, but where's the substance?
All right, so all we have to do is fill our performance with passion.
Yeah, which
We
those
can do that.
snails have
We
plenty of passion.
I was about to say those snails are passionate.
Brittany's got that in spades. Brittany, as she goes over to mind.
Brittany's at the edge of the stage, like,
Brittany, no.
Lotus asked her to act passionate.
Oh. No.
She's got it.
You stop that, Brittany.
All right, outside, I think you guys are trying to fashion a one-man band suit. Is that what you're trying to do?
I think so.
Yeah. with
That
rope
would be-
and everything.
I'm gonna be so mean to you guys. That's a tinkering tool check.
A
Is anyone
tinkering
who's
tool check?
outside proficient in tinkering?
What does that mean?
It's a toolkit. And if you're not proficient, that's fine. That just means it'll be a straight intelligence check with advantage because you guys are doing it together.
Who's smart in this group?
Bro, I'm so averagely smart.
I
Not
think you
me.
all are charismatic dumbasses. That's the vibe I've gotten so far.
Wait a
That's
second.
That's very
I
very
take
apt.
offense to this.
Yeah, you're not charismatic. I know.
True.
Who said I was charismatic? That's rude.
Can I help by like going around and like tying things like the places where Bo can't reach?
Yeah, that'll be. I'm gonna say you can just get a straight assistance. So whoever wants to roll just has advantage on the check. So one of you
Ooh.
three has to roll an intelligence check to put this thing together.
Who's got more than that -1?
I got +1.
Okay.
What is
It's not a
Tinker's tool
super
based on?
hard-
It's a
tinkering tool
literal
is intelligence.
apparently.
I ain't got nothing.
Hey, who knows how to tie knots in this group? Anyone?
No?
Uh,
I
you're
only
on-
know how to play bagpipes.
I think I'm inside sabotaging performances. I don't know if I could help.
Yeah.
Right, I'm also inside wrangling snails.
The last time I used one of these, it was pre-made. I didn't do it myself.
Oh my goodness, McBluff has blessed us.
Okay, so let me know how you guys feel about this. Most of the blesses and curses are built for combat. My thing that I was gonna do for blesses is that you are all literally blessed. Your next ability check or saving throw is made with an additional D4, all of you.
Oh,
And curses are the same. It'll be the enemy will have their next 6, because there's 6 of you, ability checks or saving throws made with a negative D4, like Bane. Because I don't want to use the combat rules because I think physically harming innocent performers might be a little
have
bit beyond what
everybody
we're looking
get
for.
smited with
That's where we
28
draw the
radiant
line.
damage.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels like a weird choice at this particular moment. So if you guys are blessed, you can make that with advantage and a D4, whoever wants to make the check, and that'll use one of your 6 blesses.
I have +1 out of everybody out
All
here.
right.
Is there anybody smarter than me?
I don't think so, brah. Give me
me.
that.
And you're gonna get advantage, right? Because I'm helping.
Yes.
All right.
Advantage and a D4 and a +1. You can do it, brah. It's not
Okay.
super hard.
Oh God, thank
A
God. you had
D4?
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a,
Okay,
a
okay.
19.
And a +1.
19! Okay. Is it a 19 total?
Oh no, what have I done? Yeah, 19 total.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. That definitely succeeds on the check.
Let's go.
With your, you have a drum and a bagpipe, right? That you're fitting together into a
Yes,
one-man
yes.
band thing.
Yes, I have a drum and a bagpipe. And do you have any other instruments? Bo?
I have a pan flute.
You got a pan flute? I know how to play a pan flute. It's amazing.
Okay.
can-
He'll jump up and stick it in Bo's mouth.
We're gonna tie that onto the one-man band thing, so it'll be like hanging there, like the
It's like the
necklace thing.
harmonica, like almost like the harmonica hangs on like the side. It's like a pan flute on
Exactly.
the side. It swivels to the left and right.
Yeah, exactly.
Bagpipe under right arm. The drum under left arm. You play with hoof.
We got this.
We got
don't
this.
don't you worry about me. I've done this before. Not successfully for a little while, but I've done this before. Be fine.
Okay.
All right. Are you guys heading inside for the next performance? It's almost time for the next one to start. Or are you sticking outside to keep practicing?
Are we up yet?
No, you guys signed up the last out of everybody. You feel like you're going to be one of the later performances.
We're gonna
Oh.
be the grand finale. It's okay.
They always save the
Exactly
best
where
for
we
last.
need to be. And that Bo's gonna keep practicing.
All right.
I'll go
So-
inside.
It's been a hot minute since I've been in the band costume before. But I got this.
I'm gonna go inside.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna do great. You're gonna do great.
Otis
Exactly.
is going to continue using snails to distract the performers.
I walk inside and
All
I
right.
look for Jeffrey.
Jeffrey is
Look for Jeffrey.
sabotaging.
Can I ride Jeffrey, or is that too distracting?
It's
The next two performances are relatively short. There's a large bugbear. who does like some feats of strength and stuff. He's just solo. He does pretty well, but you know, it's just him. He doesn't have a huge thing going on, and he does seem distracted by the snails. He's pretty ripped though, so anyone who's like into dudes, it's like, okay. There's also a mime.
Lotus raises an eyebrow.
There's a mime who seems like a little bit nervous, but he does well. He plays with the drunk people pretty well, and he puts on his own little performance. He seems like a professional, but maybe not used to this kind of setting. And the next person who's up is an elderly gentleman with a cane and his little fairies.
Hey, no, that's the guy right there.
He's gonna work his way up to the stage. Are the snails gonna stick around?
They are not. Lotus is gonna tell them to back off for a moment.
Right. Now, Vincent, you remember from when you were a kid, when you used to spend a lot of time with Madrick, that he was a fantastic illusionist. He used to tell all these stories and songs around the campfire, where he'd have these like vast puppet theater shows that he could put on with just his hands, these sparkling images in the night. But today, he kind of, he unfolds his little backpack. He takes his time setting up sort of silk screen that he sets up around a lantern, and he has his friends, the fairies, stick inside and set up some practical effects. It doesn't look like he's doing anything magical today. He's keeping it very mundane. He pulls up his little stool and he pulls out his little guitar. Well, I have nothing quite so flashy, but I'm hoping to share a story with you today. And he goes into, you know those adorable little old guys who are like really good at the guitar and like do this head motion while they play? He goes into that and he tells a sort of, again, familiar to you, Vincent. You've heard this song before when you were much younger. It has some added verses and some added ideas, but a story about Zybilna, the Fae Queen, a sort of legendary figure who's kind of this fairy godmother kind of idea, a folks pure of heart who came to her and helped her or had a pure wish, could come to her and she was able to grant wishes and free people and let them live the lives that they wanted to live. She was a kindly fairy godmother figure who lives within the domain of delight, who whispers in the shadow of the early evening light. Her whispers were the wellspring of all that he can do. But when the whispers quiet, what's a warlock meant to do? The white-haired wise old woman has left him woebegone, till some wandering adventurer would find out where she's gone. By the end of the song, the added verse implies that she's gone somewhere. There's a sad note to the end of it, this figure that he loved so much. And he strums his way through the final chord. And throughout this, all his little fairies have been doing these shadow puppets that spread long across the wall. It's quite sweet. It's very comforting kind of campfire stories. You don't feel like it's serious competition. It's way too chill to draw the kinds of drunks and party goers who love this sort of carnival, but it's quite nice. And on his final chord, he smiles up. I mean, that's all I've got for you tonight. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. He tucks it away and he waves at you, Vincent, and taps his nose and finds his seat. Right. Is there anything you guys wanted to do during those last several performances?
I feel like he was trying to be cute. Was he trying to be cute? Because that was like really
It was like
simple.
It was like cute, but like almost in like a I feel bad for him kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called pity.
I really
Oh,
like the story.
never felt pity
The
before.
heroine sounds wonderful.
Yes. He's
Alright,
usually
well-
a little bit more flashy, but seems like he's just here to have a good time tonight.
That did not look like a good time.
Lotus turns over to
That's a
the
little rough.
rabbit. Is your friend okay?
I mean, he's looked better. He
Seems
definitely
sad.
doesn't seem like he's in the greatest of spirits.
Well, after our performance, I'm sure he'll feel better.
True.
Is everyone ready?
Maybe.
There
Mo?
are.
And Mo is ready. Bo? Where's Bo?
Where's Bo? Do we hear bagpipes?
It like turns around. Oh, you called for me?
Yeah. There is one performance left before yours. There was only one name before yours on the list. You see the guy in the rat costume that Lotus noticed earlier stand up, dust himself off, and he looks ready to go for the stage, and all the lights go out. Music stops. Everything is still and silent. You can hear some people start to murmur with each other after a moment, and then on that central stage, an orb of light, grayish light, almost foggy. There is one figure on the stage, besides a box, and it's a man, square-shouldered, dark, very white skin, painted on, and dark eyes, and sort of harlequin shapes along his sleeve. And he leans over to the box, his movement somewhat jerky, and he turns a key on its side. Ding, 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 ding. Delicate, almost, music box kind of music begins. And he unfolds open the box, again with that black and white checkered harlequin pattern, and pulls out another figure, a woman, slumped at his arms. And he pulls from the ceiling these long white strands of thread, hooks them to each of her shoulders, her elbows, and each of her joints. And along with the music, they begin to dance. Those of you who are interested in art and art interpretation might see, oh, this is kind of interesting. It's a weird vibe for the area, but they keep spinning around together, and she keeps pulling away as though she wants to leave, and he pulls her back. She keeps trying to break free of the dance, and he pulls her into it. She's a dancer. What she does is dance, and all she can do is dance. It's not long. It's not terribly bombastic. And at the end, he folds her back up and returns her to the box, closes it tight, turns to the audience, and then there's another shift of the light. It brightens slightly, and you can see at each of his shoulders and his joints and his knees and his ankles, he slumps, and he is supported by those same strings. And the lights go out, and the audience doesn't know exactly how to react.
What just happened?
Who was controlling them?
What happened to the rat man?
The lights come up slightly, and the rat man goes, "Ha! Okay, opening act, am I right?" He starts making his way to the stage. He'll take a second to get there.
Wait, that
he
was
didn't do that.
Are you talking to the rat man?
Rat man.
Yes.
No, that wasn't me. It's a very tall, 6'4", sandy-haired human man. He's wearing an extremely ill-fitting rat costume. Big puffy mittens. Thank you, Jake, for everything you do for me. He makes his way to the stage, kind of pulls up that same little stool that your friend Madrick was sitting on earlier. Hell of an introduction. Pulls a little rock out of his pocket, taps it. It's an amplification rock, also known as a microphone. Tap, tap. This thing on?
No.
Yeah, okay. Do you know how rats fall for rat traps?
How?
It's a pretty cheesy setup.
Good one.
Okay, thank you. What's the difference between a fried rodent and an actor?
What?
One is a crisp rat, and one is Chris Pratt.
Is anyone enjoying these?
Lotus turns to Melianora. He's like, please hold me back. I'm gonna attack him.
With
I'm not sure that I
snails.
want to.
I can't hear any of these. I'm outside practicing. And no one can hear me that hard.
I don't think we need to ruin this one. This one's gonna just ruin himself.
Ooh.
For you in the back, can you hear me in the back? You can hear me?
Another one.
Unfortunately.
Another one.
Another one.
What
You
did
can
a
stop.
little rat say?
What?
Funny. What did a little rat say to his mom when he saw a bat?
What?
Mom, I just saw an angel. All right, that's all the time I have. All right, thank you, everybody.
Oh, no.
Makes his way back into the
So
audience.
beautiful.
If that went on any longer, I was gonna have one snail go like right next to him, just awkwardly, like just passing,
Just push him
Like
off the
he's-
stage.
like he's not even there.
He's the level below you guys, so when he comes back to his seat, he's below you.
Oh,
Aw.
Mark.
Ooh,
Can I
awkward.
take his rock?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Poor guy. He doesn't need it anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do any more of that. Oh man, I'm gonna use. You know what? I'm gonna use my luck.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Y'all, the
And
performance
that's a
hasn't even
nat
started.
one. Okay, another nat one. It's
Oh
just
my god. Oh my god.
Nice.
We're getting them all out of the way.
Tell
That's
me
how
how
you do
that
it.
nat one. How do you nat one that Snoodgak little thief?
I think Snoot like he
can
sees the
snoot
rock
it.
being slipped into his back pocket. So he's like, he reaches over to get it, and because he's on the level below, he's like, ah! And he like loses balance and like topples over into the
Ah!
glass.
Hey, hi. Did you enjoy the performance? What can I do for you, man?
Yeah, it was great. Can I have that rock?
No.
I'll give it back after the performance.
No, man. I saved up for this.
Are you sure I can't have it? I mean, you know, just to use it for the.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, because you just landed in his lap.
Yeah, that should be an advantage, actually.
No. DM says no.
Okay, that's a 5, and
Okay, fine. I'm sorry, man. Like, I worked TGI Durance Day for like 7 days solid to get through this, man. I really, it's a saving thing for me, you know?
fine. And he like bites him on the arm and like scrambles back up to his
Yeah.
coat.
I'll say, Bo, you overheard that, and you know a comrade in arms of the restaurant scene.
Just as I was, taking a Durance Day, TGI Durance Day, and he goes inside, and like he opens the flaps of the thing and looks inside. Do I recognize this guy?
Roll me a history check to see if you recognize this guy. This guy is not even a real NPC, but I stole
Is
Zach's
now.
joke, so
He's Jake, and I love Jake,
Yeah,
so
this is-
obviously I know this guy.
Come on.
roll a history check to see
Oh.
Oh my god! How do I not? Why are my rolls so bad?
What did you get?
I got a 5 for history.
It is a 5 DC because it's an easy check. This is Jake. He's the assistant manager at your location.
Oh my god, Jake! And he's actually a good boss. I never would have thought, but Jake's a good boss.
Well, I still bite him, so.
Hey, Bo.
Jake!
It's,
What, you're-
oh,
you're-
man,
you're
it's
here
so
too?
good to see you.
Yeah!
At
And
this
he's like,
point.
oh. I'm gonna the things are tied to my hooves, so I'm gonna like kind of clop in and bang and honk as I walk in and give this man a hug.
Man, it's good to see you. Are you like here to see the show? This is not a Jake voice. This is just a voice. Sorry, no.
I'm here.
Okay, actually, wait. Sorry. Wow, I'm so happy to see you here. I wasn't expecting to see you here at this location, but I'm really happy to have you here.
That's better.
I'm happy. It's been we saw each other earlier at work today, but I'm so happy to see you too. I'm actually performing in this thing.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's spectacular. I'm so excited for you and that you're broadening yourself in this way.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've done this, but maybe it'll go right this time. I saw your performance; it was great. Those jokes were unironically funny.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you lying to me. And at this point, Mr. Light has been announcing each performer before they go on. I haven't done it for the interest of time, but he does, with the lights down, call out in his beautiful, apparently daddy voice. And now if I could welcome to the stage the Witchlight playwrights. And we're gonna go to break, I think.
You think? Should I
Yeah,
wait?
we're gonna go to break.
All right, we'll go to break.
Put
With
your
you
back
guys
into it.
when we get back.
Well, hello there. Of course you came to the grand dwarven city of Digbrand to see me. Ma Belle Pebblegrit, tale extraordinaire to kings, queens, heroes, and legends. Have you gazed upon my latest masterpieces? Yes, this one for you. Don't you see how it calls to you, speaks your name? You are gorgeous, darling. The colors, the line work, the gods weep in the presence of your beauty. No one has looked more stunning in a pebble grit design. Please, I cannot bear to gaze upon your perfection for too long. You can find this mesmerizing merch at inkinlyre.com. Go and unleash your fabulosity today and help support Ink and Lyre. Do stop by my shop again. You simply must tell me about all that adventuring thing. Well, ta-ta, darling.
Extra, extra, read all about it!
What's that you've got there, mister?
Why, this right here is 9 Realms Gaming.
9 Realms Gaming?
That's right, top-notch gaming accessories made from some of the finest woods this side of the city has to offer. We got your dice vaults, we got your dice towers, dice trays, hero vaults, you name it.
Oh my!
Careful now, don't swoon into traffic. You can mosey on down to their website now. Use exclusive partner code LYRE10 to get 10% off your purchase.
What was that code again?
That's LYRE10, LYRE10 at 9realmsgaming.com. Hurry, they're selling like hotcakes.
A 12 does break it.
Really?
Let me play you a song so that you can begin to feel a little nauseous.
Yea, though she walks through the valley of Ikea, she shall fear no wardrobe.
All right.
Oh, wait, does anyone have a lockpick?
No! No, we don't need one!
Hi, everybody. Welcome back from break. Last you left us, we were working our way through the earlier competitors in the evening. You guys saw Vincent's old good buddy, the adventurer Madrick, who sang a sad little ballad about his dear Fey Queen who's gone missing. You saw a terrible comedian named Jake, who is the assistant manager at the TGI Durance Day, where Bo works when he's not performing, which is most of the time. And you saw a strange little ballet of marionette puppets that was a little off-putting and didn't have an intro segment, so you're just pushing that out of your mind. But now, Mr. Light in all his harlequin glory has propped himself up on the edge of his booth, to watch your next performance. I will say, definitely Lotus would have noticed, and the Witchlight hands, those who work for the carnival, would know that one of the ways you can see how the performance is going is if you look up at the booth where Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, their shadowed figures, are sitting. That particular staff that Mr. Witch holds onto tends to glow a little brighter and refract these lights, kind of like a disco ball, onto the ceiling of the tent. So you can judge by how dim or light the bulb is to see how well the audience is enjoying it. It essentially responds to the joy in the carnival. But,
was it pitch black during the Rat Guy's performance?
I mean,
I was having fun. I don't know about you guys.
some people liked it. But I'm gonna go over mechanics super quick, and then I'm just gonna throw you guys into it, if y'all are ready. Okay.
So we'll fill them in though on the light. So we gotta make sure that shines bright.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gaslight.
So, basically, mechanically, I've told the players this already, so this is for the audience. Basically, there are 3 phases to the performance, like Mr. Light said. There's hyping up the audience, there's the basic performance, and then there's your show-stopping moment. So that's 3 performance checks. And for each of those performance checks, people can roll to try to help out their performance check. They can do like an acrobatics or a stealth or whatever they want to do to try to assist and add some numbers to that performance check. It's 2 people per performance check can try to aid in on that. Y'all know what you're doing. I feel like I'm sending my babies off to kindergarten. But
We're ready.
I'm handing this off to you guys. How would you like to hype up the crowd?
All right. Our snails are being introduced. Is that correct? My introductionist. Oh my, we've been blessed again.
Lotus
You've
is
all been blessed. That
Oh,
means
yeah.
absolutely everyone is blessed. I believe, Zach, you already used one of your blesses. So
I
that
used
means
one of my
you'll
lucks. I didn't use my
use
blessing
one of your
yet.
lucks. Somebody used a bless. It was either you
think
or
I did.
Dylan.
I think I did.
Okay, so you only have 1 bless left, so you can add a d4 to any check or saving throw that you made. Everybody else, you have 2 of those. You can use them on 2 of your next checks or saving throws.
Okay, so we have
Okay.
2 blesses and okay. All right.
And all your lucks. If you mess this up, there's nothing I can do for you. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Lotus has instructed all the snails to lie in wait and wait for the sound of what could undeniably be a centaur with many instruments. And as that noise begins, the snails are going to come out and kind of like start circling and wait for further instructions. And they all kind of like crowd around the stage.
When the snails come on stage, I use illusion magic. I get two bright like north stars. Can I use 2 cantrips at once for the sake of this? Something I could do.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Sure.
So minor illusion is like these 2 like room goes dark. 2 stars come down and they sit there and like twirl around each other. And with the light cantrip, I make them like super bright. So like almost like spotlights as like the 2 stars, and they like sit there and follow the snails around as they circle each other. And I imagine our narrator is like coming in.
Then I'll be following our narrator with some torches.
And when you hit the torches, I kill the lights on the stars.
I'll carry another torch too.
Yeah, we're just gonna burn this place.
Lotus
but I'm
is
gonna
near Clary. He's all like, he's in cast black, you know, when they don't want to be seen and they're running around like moving props around. He's like, he's trying not to be seen.
Melianor makes her way to the stage. Oh goodness, it's been a while since I've read this play. 2 piles of leaf litter, both alike in snignity, that's snail dignity, in fair witchlight, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil slime makes civil feet stomachs unclean. From forth the fatal genital pores of these 2 foes, a pair of star-crossed snubbers, that is, snail lovers, take their life in a video game. Whose misadventures, piteous overthrows, do with their not death bury their parents' snail strife. tonight we present to you the rather odd tale of Escargot and Snailiette.
Lotus beckons those two to come forward.
And as they're doing that, we just throw the torches on the ground and actually I'll control flame to build a scene behind them.
Okay, so 2 people can make a skill check to help assist Nora's performance check. It sounds like Alistair and Vincent and Lotus are all doing something right now. Which 2 of you would like to make some kind of check, and what kind of check would you like that to be?
Do you want to save your fire thing for the next one, James?
Yeah, I can save mine for the next one when I'm doing some more fire for it.
For the gang ball.
Okay, if you are Lotus, yours would be an animal handling check with advantage because you're wearing the necklace. They are doing what you say. I just need a number for purposes of this. And then I'm going to say, I know it's not a spell attack, but I don't know how else to measure how well you do spellcraft. So give me your spell casting modifier check for you.
And
Alistair.
if it's all right, I was trying to ask you about this before, but we kind of jumped into it. Could I still do guidance on our narrator?
Yes, I'm gonna say you could have done that directly before the performance. Yes, you could have given Nora 1. You won't be able to do that for the next round, but you were able to do it this time.
Well, that time I won't be doing the check, so.
Okay.
So
do
cool,
I make
that
a
works
performance roll?
Yes, and add a D4 because you've been guidance.
Okay, are you not doing your skill check then, Lotus?
I'm doing mine this round.
Okay.
And then the next round I'll be using just guidance.
Okay. So, Lotus, what did you get? I'll get your performance check in a minute, Raina, because I'll be adding a whole bunch of stuff to it.
So I got a 17.
I got a 17. So
oh wait,
that's,
and I've been blessed as well, so.
Okay.
18.
18. All right, so that's half that. Okay, and then Dylan, what did you get? What did Alistair get for his spell?
I've also
check?
gotten a 17.
All right. Okay, so you're gonna add each of those half to 9, if I can do math. So you're going to get a plus 18 to your performance check, a bonus plus 18.
Wait, to my performance check?
Yes, so roll a performance check with guidance and bless and a plus 18, and try not to fuck it up.
You got this.
That's gonna be a 36.
Yay!
36.
Oh wait,
All right.
wait. No, it's 21. 39.
39. Jeez Louise.
That's with all the D4s? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
So with these glowing orbs of stars spinning around these glittering, glistening snail forms as they circle around each other, and the melodious sound, the gentle voice of Nora, a maid of Mephisto, your gentle dulcet tones lull the audience, and they are transfixed as we enter into phase 2. So it sounds like some things are going on fire. What else is happening in the next section of the story? You're feeling really good. The audience is hooked in right now.
Like next in the story, like how? Okay.
Oh, what is
That's
the
what we're
next
doing right now.
phase? What are you doing second?
Whatever's getting
Just give
narrated, we're gonna do some pyrotechnics with it.
Now
Okay,
we
well-
gotta escalate, make it violent.
All right.
The fire intensifies. It starts to spread. It seems uncontrolled.
Nora continues to narrate the story, and it gets to the point where the snails are married, and now there's a gang fight between the two snail families.
Make
How's
the
this
fire
gang
look like
fight going down?
snails.
All right, so
Fighting.
the snails, they get married first, right?
Yes.
Lotus
They're married
instructs
in
them to
secret.
mount each other.
Oh
Rose
dear.
petals.
You barely have to command them to do so.
Yes,
They're
it's easy,
already
'cause-
halfay there.
I
What
faded
was
to
her
black.
name? It was Brittany
They're
and
always
Chad.
halfway there.
It was
Yes.
Brittany and
That's why
Connor.
Connor?
Connor.
Okay.
Oh no. Everyone look
Connor.
away unless that's your thing.
No. I
And
faded
then
this.
like then two sides of the sails, all the remaining sails line up on either side and then proceed to slowly like slide towards each other and kind of like bump up
In
against
the
each other.
throes of passion, the world melts away.
Oh no.
It's
Some
really
members of the
gross.
audience are still transfixed. All right, so it sounds like we got fire going. Is anyone doing anything for the gang war for this part?
You're doing
Two
fire,
snails need
right?
to die.
Yeah, I got fire going.
Can I try
It's
and
just
maybe,
looking wild.
if no one has anything, can I maybe try and do like a shadow puppet? Like who's doing the light?
I'm always on lights, baby. I got you.
So I can. So Snoop tries to have like one hand is like the eye stalks.
Okay.
Eye stalks, and one is like a knife. And then it's gonna be like dun dun dun. The knife goes into the snail.
The background turns to late evening. The sun at your back, hovering at a perfect degree angle for your puppet show in the back.
The snail pretends to die.
Some would say at this showdown it's snail noon.
Also known as Snoon.
Do I need to roll
Danny,
something for that?
that is going to be sleight of hand for shadow puppets, Danny.
I'm perfect.
And then, Vincent, you are doing your fire, right? And that is the
Yeah.
spell that you have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need it's your spell attack, but it's gonna be your spell casting modifier and your proficiency to whatever check you want to make.
Okay.
Okay.
First roll was a 1, but I'm going to use my luck.
Killing it, Snugach. You're killing it.
to get it. But I used my luck. Thank
Oh
you,
no, I'm
audience.
definitely using my luck.
24.
24, okay.
The ones are
Right,
loving
that's
me
much
tonight.
better. And then what do I get? Like a D4 on that?
Yeah, from your bless.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. That is 21.
Okay. So we got an 11 and a 12. Can you tell me how these things go perfectly? Is it just that your hands are forming these so effortlessly, the fire combining with the shadow shapes, or is there something else special that happens?
Also accenting the shapes by actually making different shapes in fire.
Yes, so I think Snoot is watching how Vincent is controlling the flames and
Mhm.
kind of glancing back and forth from Vincent to Alistair, because Alistair is controlling the lights. And he's just like,
They're both playing off of each
and
other
he gets
very well.
really into it because he loves violence.
I
It's
sense
almost
the
like it
violence,
isn't a
and I
theater.
make the fire spread and brighten even more.
It's a very gruesome death. Wait,
The
wait,
audience gasps.
The stage is actually on fire too, but
I
it's
believe
okay, though.
this
Like,
is
we
where
got
Lotus has them play dead, and I use my illusion magic to make them melt.
Well, that's the third act, right?
So,
Who would,
I thought
who
someone
would
died
like
in the
to
war.
make
There is death
who
now.
would like to make the performance check for this phase?
Ooh. Would it be
It could be our narrator, it could be our lighting person, whoever feels like they had enough of a hand in this moment.
So we have 2 people assisting and 1 performing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should I do
Yeah.
like a survival to make the snails be the actors?
We've already have 2 people assisting. So you
As the performance? Since
you
the
can
snails
do
are
it.
You want to be the
Sorry.
performer?
you want to do the perform? It does have to be a performance check. It
Never
cannot be an
mind.
animal handling.
Yeah, oh, no.
But there is,
Okay.
I do want to be fair, there is a plus 23 to this check, so it is difficult to mess it up.
Is that
we
a
do
challenge?
have we do have someone on the ceiling who's been playing music this whole time.
Hey, do I
just-
got advantage on
You,
that? Because I'll still do it.
Zach, to be honest, you have not described your entrance yet, so I did not know that you
I have
were here.
not, but I was waiting for I don't know, the final scene, the grand finale,
Yeah,
if you will.
the final scene is yet to
You get
come.
to see
We're
where the
still in the
music's
second
been coming
phase.
from.
Okay, I'll
I can
No
do
one's
it if
going.
you want.
do it. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, lighting? Lighting?
lighting?
Do it.
For,
Dylan, go. Dylan, do it. Roll, go.
fuck. A 13.
13.
Guidance.
Hey.
Guidance?
You are guidanced and blessed, and you have a plus 23 alongside whatever your performance modifier is.
16.
Crush it.
Lotus
So
does
16.
his signature barrel rolls and like makes his way over and then
16
So
plus
that's a
23.
away.
That's a 39. So you got another 39. Guys are really good at
We're
this.
consistent.
Yes,
Hey.
you're the audience, especially like there's some like literal fucking chickens in the front row. We're like, "Ah!" And then some more humanoid people a little farther back. We're like, oh my gosh! You can see Daya in the audience like, oh my god! And like people are really into it. They're at the edge of their seats for this one. And then for the final act, do we have someone entering the scene?
Oh yeah, I would think.
Dun 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 dun. dun.
I motion Vincent, kill the fire.
The fire
I
dies.
kill the lights, and then I point the spotlight to the roof of an entrance to the tent, and all of a sudden Bo go.
Crawling up with his trinket of spider climb with Terry the Tarantula spider climb that he pet beforehand, climbing up on top of the ceiling.
Skitters away.
Oh, it's okay. I don't need you anyway. He hisses out the tarantula with his mage hand, playing the bagpipes, and banging the drum with hooves, with ropes tied to his hooves. He climbs out on the ceiling, and I'm gonna make that performance check to see how good I do.
Hey, Bo.
Hey,
Bo. Are
Yes.
you dancing?
Why wouldn't Bo dance? Why
All
wouldn't
right.
Bo dance in this?
Before Bo attempts to dance, who would like to assist Bo in this check? Is there anything happening downstairs that might help him out in this endeavor?
Well, it sounds like we got lighting pointed up to him.
I got
All
lighting
right.
on him.
We always got lighting.
Dude, I can try and mage hand some instruments if you see him slacking, maybe.
Okay.
I
So
imagine
do you
Nora
wanna
is
do-
still narrating the dramatic deaths of Escargot and Snailiet.
And as
Snail.
You can try and jump up
dramatic
and
music
down
builds.
so the bells go on.
Yeah.
All right, I need two of you. Whoever feels the most motivated to make this check to help him out. What do you want to do? I'd say Alistair was the first one to talk, so Alistair can make a spellcasting check for me, and half of that will go to help Bo. And then
I could animal handling snails if you guys want.
let's get an animal handling from
That
Lotus
dramatic
to get those snail deaths. You
I
are,
get
I
a
believe,
guidance as
melting these snails.
Oh yeah. As they die, for sure.
In a video game.
I'm gonna say I don't see why not. I'm just being pedantic. Yes, you can guide yourself. And you are also, I believe, have you used both your blesses already? Have you been keeping track of that?
I have not. This is the second one now.
Okay, awesome. Use that bless and that
God,
guidance.
'cause that
Use
was
all the
awful.
D4s. Okay.
You do have luck.
Let's see. I don't need it.
Okay.
It's a 39.
Yeah, right.
That's a 14.
14. Okay. And then Alistair, what did you get?
I got a dirty 20.
All right. So we have a plus 17 to Bo.
Plus 17.
So you're-
okay.
Yes, you're going to try to dance. Could you describe to me what happens when Bo the Magnificent dances again?
The first time he's danced in a long time. And of course, the things are tied to his hooves, but he has it timed. So just perfectly on every hoof step that the drum would go off and playing the beautiful melody as things happen, as he dances. I have disadvantage on that, right?
Go ahead and give me that performance check with disadvantage. The gasps of the audience as you come up over the ceiling are incredible.
Let's go!
Bo the Magnificent!
It's
How'd it go? How'd it go?
15 total.
A 15 total, and then
Yeah,
the
it worked
plus-
did it work this time? Oh my god.
Wait, you're
Plus
blessed?
yes.
Are you blessed too?
He's blessed.
Yeah. And
All right, let me go add some guidance in.
Don't take that's the blood god's blessings here. Oh,
I can't.
That's not a
can't
mere
neglect the blood
guidance.
god's blessing. Blood god's blessing.
Can't neglect the
it's a
blood god's
16.
blessing. So you got a
I can
16
talk, right?
plus a
Sometimes.
17. So what happens is you're gliding your way onto this roof. You're beautiful, stately, well-manicured hooves, I'm assuming, work their way across the silken canopy of this tent. And you're trotting in place. You can feel the music again a little bit. You're feeling it. And as you begin to dance, something falls out of a place for a minute. You lose the rhythm. There's a stutter on the drums, but you still your feet. You still your feet. If you remain still, you can keep the music going. You've got it. As long as you don't dance, you keep it going. And you pull it through with a, what is it, a 16 plus
16
the
total.
7 plus the 17, 33. So you got a 33 on that final one. In this culmination of this excellent moment, when you've exceeded every DC that I have set before you in wondrous Technicolor, how would you like this final moment to feel? How do you think the audience reacts, you guys? What is the moment you are trying to capture?
The depressing death of these snails.
We want people to be worried that
hear
those snails actually died.
They are in awe, and yet sad, and yet joyful, and yet depressed, but yet so overcome.
Maybe a little turned on.
We do so
Probably.
well. The fire breathers are sobbing.
That's right.
Yeah.
The guy with the drum in the back, crying his eyes out.
The guy with the drum that got stolen.
Yeah, no drum. The drumless
He
man.
does not recognize his drum on the ceiling.
Snudgak, your eyes kind of fall to that guy in the back corner. Can I have a perception check from Snudgak?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's an 8.
That'll be enough. You don't see a lot of it. Just a hint, as there's like a little flash of light from that corner, something moving through. The reflected lights of your firelight and your stars and the crashing of the cymbals and the disco light of that staff is lighting up and sending lights across the sky, reflecting off a large round fishbowl that is wheeled into the side of the tent. And pushing this fishbowl on its little wheels. Dylan, could you describe Jessica to me?
Jessica?
Jessica.
Oh, Jessica walks with the utmost swagger and importance, even though she's just a presumptuous nobody. She has long blonde hair, wears elegant dresses and heels, but she's uptight and she demands the greatest from everybody. Jessica is what you might call a everyday HR representative.
Well, Jessica in her heels and her straight bob cut is pushing in Palasha the mermaid, and she waves a hand just as you guys are finishing your performance. It seems to go relatively unnoticed as the audience fucking leaps to its feet. They are in awe. There are people, tears coursing down their face. Some guy like drops his drum and it goes down the stairs to the side. That was incredible. People are really feeling it. That staff is lit up. Would you guys like to take a bow at all?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, yes.
From all the way up on the ceiling, of course.
Wait, no, not yet.
Wait a
Bows on the ceiling. We have to climb on the snails and bow, guys. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of the clown snails.
My snail stuck to
Jeffrey.
another snail.
Oh, no.
And they're dead.
All right, I need a.
Eleanor goes
an
and pops
illusion,
snails
right?
off of each other.
Lotus will give a bow.
Beautiful. I need to add together your total because it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So your total is fairly impressive. Just something quick. Okay, cool. This is still technically possible. Palasha is still going to be wheeled in to the space.
Oh god. Wait, in the middle of the performance?
No. After you guys bow and the lights kind of come up, Mr. Light is going to come out onto the wire because no one else has been signed up. So, I've heard that there's a last-minute addition to our competition here. If I could, Palasha, our lovely last competition's winner, if...
Is that allowed?
Yeah, we were the last ones.
Well, everyone's allowed to compete. It's part of the competition. And don't worry, darlings, you did fantastically. Now, don't worry your little heads about it, Pumpkin.
I don't like that man.
Lotus.
Decided to curse.
We do
Lotus
got
looks
that
over
curse
her.
going on for Palacio over here.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
They say, is that
Pala-
a competitor?
She's ashy, remember?
Is she
It
being
is-
wheeled
Oh, yeah.
on as we're walking off?
She is beginning to be wheeled on, yes, but she's being like, there's some people coming in from the other side of the tent who have a different tank for her. Like, there's some setup happening that you were not a part of. You can see, even in the dim light, this kind of glinting of just. You know that face, like when someone's had a lot of work done and they can't glare, but they just.
It's like. Snoot will duck behind one of, I guess, yeah, probably Nora, I guess, closest person.
No.
Come on, over by her tank.
All right.
As she's being wheeled in, he's going to take, or I would like to see if Snoot could take out their thieves' tools and maybe loosen the wheel on the, is it the wagon that she's being pulled in?
Yeah.
That's with her.
Yeah, sorry. No, yes, she's pulled in. Essentially, the way that the fishbowl gets around is that it has to be wheeled around on like a little cart. It's a wheeled fishbowl. You're gonna loosen the wheel on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
Go ahead. She is being moved to another tank right now. Like she's being transported into her performance tank. Which one are you trying to? Okay.
I just want to make sure. Maybe it'll happen.
All right. Go ahead. Give me a sleight of hand check, man.
Do I have any luck left, by the way?
I think you have one.
I have one. Okay. It's like,
what are you doing down there?
Nothing. It's fine. Just
You definitely have one because you're out of stock.
All right.
17.
17. Okay.
So working at the wheel, trying to loosen it so that as the carriage is passing by, it like cracks and falls off.
So,
Sorry, Deanna.
No, this is really good. I'm doing so much math in my head right now. As you guys are passing by, making your way to your seat, her tank kind of, like the initial tank that she's being carried in on the wheel, and you can see she doesn't know who did it, but she has this. She's very upset. She's a little thrown off her game by that. Yes. As you guys make your way to your seats, is there anything else you want to do while I desperately look something
I
up?
definitely want to talk shit to the guy next to me.
Okay, is it the knoll again, or are you looking for a different person?
The same knoll.
I'm looking.
The same knoll.
I'm
or-
down with the same knoll and.
Or
and
the chickens, maybe.
oh my, the chickens? Are they look intelligent enough to trash talk people?
wait a minute. Can I do
Huh?
the chickens? You get the knoll.
You want to do the chickens? I can get the knolls.
Animal
I'm down.
handling.
I cast friends on the knoll as I put my hand on his shoulder. Is that cool?
Hey, bro. No.
We go way back. I just want to be like.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, hey, no, so. Oh, great job, by the way. That was spectacular.
Oh, thank you, Constance. I was just gonna say, I guess we all know why she was the last performer, huh? They can't even afford wheels on a cart, and that's like our main way to get around.
Oh, that's. Yeah, like. Yeah, for sure.
My dog.
Roll me a persuasion check.
We're friends, though.
I'm an audience. I don't know you. I'm just an audience member. I don't work here.
I just meant with the spell.
He cast
Oh, you
friends on
cast friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. What? Friends? It gives you advantage on the check. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? It's a silent spell, or is it?
It's like a touch spell, so like if I like touch him, I can like cast it on him.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Friends. That's advantage on the check, right? Go ahead and give me persuasion with advantage.
I've got a 21.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I noticed she doesn't have any legs. That's pretty funny. Did you notice she doesn't have
That's
any
so
legs?
true.
She's like a fish lady.
I'm
Passes down the
wondering-
pictures, they're like, yeah. She doesn't have any legs, and her wheel totally fell off. And the whisper starts going to. All right, and what?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Somebody needs to get somebody to spill somebody's popcorn and put it in the water.
Popcorn in the water.
I have to say. I don't know how I would do that, but
That's your job. You're the rogue. Hang on a minute.
Hold on.
This mermaid really pissed you off, huh?
Wait, so she's being transferred into another tank,
Yes, she's being transferred into another tank. The lights are dimmed, like there's not super backstage space, so they're just starting to set it
right? I
up.
can see like Snudguy
If
just
you give me
really
a moment.
dislikes this lady. So
oh yeah.
when the lights go out and her performance, we could just go dump popcorn into her other tank. So when she goes off the stage, there's a bunch of
Ooh,
popcorn in her
that's-
tank.
That's
I got
devious.
you. We
I
can-
like that.
Soda and trash. Let's find
Yeah,
a
let's
trash
go.
can.
Let's go. We can find
Put
it.
some plastic straws in there.
All right,
Wow.
while y'all are doing that, Lotus, you wanted to talk to the chickens, is that right?
Yeah, so Lotus like does a little bit of a flourish and he like pulls his hood off and he goes and like he sits down next to the chickens and he's going, wow, that fish lady is ashy. Do you guys see that? Look at her elbows.
Roll. I put chickens here. Now I need to decide if they're
Lotus is really good
Go
at talking
ahead.
to animals, bro.
Roll me a d20, and on a 10 plus, they can understand normal human speech because they are at a carnival. It's just a luck check.
Also, hi, Raiders.
Hello, Raiders.
Oh, hi, Raiders! Hi!
Hey, Raiders.
That's an 18
Buddy.
on my speaking to chickens roll.
18! Yes, these chickens are fully sentient. Maybe not so great at talking, but they can understand everything you're saying. In that case, give me an animal handling check
Oh,
with
let's go.
advantage because you can talk to them.
Let's go. I speak chicken fluently.
What?
That's a 17.
17. Very nice. They go. Wah, wah, wah.
Bok bok, right?
There's a pig next to him. Goes, it starts passing its way down the less humanoid members of the audience. Like you feel like you got a foothold in the hoofed and clawed here.
Lotus reclines happily.
Yeah, you did so well. One of the lady hens goes.
Cheers.
Alright. The lights are dimming and they're getting ready to perform. Anyone who wants to trash her tank, not the one she's performing on that's getting wheeled onto the stage, but her return tank. I guess a sleight of hand check. Let's go.
I'll lead them to the tank. Let's go.
Alright, you can either assist Snudgach or you can roll separately. Two rolls tops. Either you roll separately or somebody gives somebody advantage. My God, Mac!
Let's go, Mac.
Mac! I can start getting guys in combat so this can start doing incredible things. But yes, it will give you all D4s again. Congratulations on your
Yay.
D4s.
Oh, yeah.
Mac the Blood God smiles down upon you and says, "Fuck this mermaid."
Yeah.
I'll give assistance.
Can't stress that
Yeah.
enough.
I'd like to give
Alright.
someone assistance as well. As I'm climbing down the tent, I'm making a lot of fucking noise with each of making a different instrument.
All right, so you're distracted and crawling down the wall. Vincent, how are you assisting Snudgach in putting popcorn in here? How are you helping them out?
I will be tossing popcorn and trash up to them while they are up higher up on the tank to get it in.
All right, go ahead and roll me that sleight of hand check with advantage, or yeah, I'll say it's sleight of hand to just trash the place, even if you crawled up the side.
Somebody give me a lift.
You're gonna have to toss me.
Toss me.
I'm not gonna be able to help you very much with getting
You're
up
both
higher.
the smallest people. Trying to get each other a leg up.
I have to look up to you.
You can, with the wheel that you broke, the side is down enough that you can hop up on the wagon, and if you give a little jump, you can hang off the side. You'll be able to get up there by yourself. All right, give me sleight of hand with advantage.
All right.
And a D4.
And a D4.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 29.
You guys are just
It's
so
perfect.
successful. I need to start making things harder for you guys. You're just really good at everything. Just tell me how you'd like to destroy your patron's tank for when she gets back to it.
So
You are
Sood
absolutely
scrambles-
successful.
Sood props the wheel on the side of the tank, scrambles up to the side, and just starts takes the spoon that they normally use to like stir the water for her to make like the current, and just starts stirring in like trash. I take it Vincent probably hands them
Yeah,
some
I'm
like
just
trash. So
Fucking you up just random things I've been finding.
putting in popcorn, pouring in like lemonade, and
Just somebody's shoe that I found.
somebody's shoe, yeah, and like dirt. Give me handfuls of dirt, just clumps of dirt, and throws it in there. He's having the time of their life, just like.
With your
And,
29, Vincent, you can absolutely take somebody's shoe off their feet and hand it to Snudgach to put
Oh, yeah.
in that tank. Yeah.
Wait, do snails poop?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, hand me some snail poop.
I didn't collect it.
Well, go get. Come on.
Where's
Snail
the
poop.
snail whisperer? Tell him to make the snail poop.
I was about to say the same thing.
That's you. I gave you the necklace.
I know. I was about to say that I was gonna make him poop.
He was like, I got this. I was
So
made
you
for this
command the
moment.
snail to poop.
Does it reach that far? Can you?
So, what was the name of my rainbow snail again? They're like my homie.
I believe people named their own snails. I don't know if I remember what you named your snail.
Got you. I'm gonna name him Chris.
Chris is
After the.
I
after
love
Chris
these white boy
Hemsworth.
snails.
His full name is Chris Hemsworth, but he'll never. Chris, if you have anything in the tank, could you just give it a little?
Yeah, just hand it up to me.
You can grab it if you want. It's there. The poop is there. I'm so sorry. That was disgusting.
That was the best pooping face I've
Is the
ever
poop
seen.
also rainbow?
Oh my
It's there
god!
for the
Please.
taking.
Yeah. Okay. So you put the poop in the tank, and we're gonna
Love
end
wins.
to the next encounter.
No.
So the lights come down all the way. You have chance for one final. If there's anything very fast you guys want to do when the lights come down before performance, you can do it. But you're just throwing poop in there for now. Are you good?
And trash, yes.
Christian wants White Boy Snails merch. I'll talk to Lauren and we'll see how it goes.
White snails.
All right. You guys make your way back to your seats. You good to go?
Wait,
Yeah.
one more thing. I do want to.
Yeah, I thought so.
In the on the glass, I do want to say, like, write, Palasha sucks in dirt.
In snail poop or in dirt?
No, yeah, in snail poop. I have it, like, on my hands, so might as well just put it on the glass.
Okay, so you return to your seat covered in snail poop. I mean, it's like snails are vegan, I think, so like it's not like terribly rancid smelling. It doesn't have that like predator spook smell, smoop smell. But you are covered in shit as the lights go down.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
it's rainbow colored though.
Stillness and quiet in the audience again as Mr. Light, who's introduced Palasha hundreds of times now. And if I could bring all of our attention to Palasha, songstress of the sea. There's like this gentle harp sound, flickering small fairies everywhere light up. Dimly, the lights begin to rise as the melodious voice of Palasha begins to sing out her song. And as the lights rise, you can see, if you're familiar with Botticelli's Birth of Venus, you know, the naked lady in the shell, that painting. It's like that with the shell, except
She's
Palasha,
gorgeous.
who's a beautiful blue-skinned mermaid with long, flowing, darker blue hair that flows with an invisible, like, wind across her face, is like lying the way that you would on a piano, and begins to sing. Palasha has a plus 17 to her performance checks.
Lotus
She
tells
has
the
God,
snails
okay.
to go hump each other
Yes.
next to the
In
bowl.
order to succeed, she is going to need to beat 111, which is your total points for your performance. She's gonna have a hell of a time. For her first 2 checks, because you've turned the audience against her, she's going to have disadvantage. And I believe she is also cursed, so she will also have a negative D4. I will roll in front of you each time.
The
for her
curse is the
introduction.
ashiness.
The curse is the ashiness. She is simply not moisturized. Pumpkin was not there to moisturize her and prepare her for her performance. As she begins to sing her song, I'm gonna roll 2 d20s, take the lowest, and add 17. Did that work? That's the question. Drag! Did it work? I rolled a 7 for one and a 18 for the other. So a 7 plus a 17 is 34. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm doing this in my head.
7 plus 17, 20.
Okay, cool. I was wildly off. Thank you so much.
Do you have to minus for the curse?
Yeah,
That's right. I do have to minus a d4. You guys are killing my baby.
Thank you, Lewis.
She minus a d4.
Wow.
So she got a flat 20. A 20 is still good. She's carrying her performance. Not as good as you guys. It sounds pretty rehearsed, pretty practiced, pretty passionless, to be honest. She's got that kind of Celine Dion in residency at Vegas kind of tone to her voice.
Of
Things
course.
are broadening out across the audience. And she begins to sing a song that you, Snidgach Pumpkin, have heard hundreds of times now about a dear lost love that she once had, their obsessive and dear love for each other, and as it builds to the night that they were meant to meet under the moonlight, Octavian and her, Palasha, under the moonlight to wed. I'm gonna roll her next check. She has disadvantage on this one again, thanks to the chickens. She rolled a 19. And she rolled a 9. A 9 plus 17 is a 26. Minus a d4. Okay, so she's got a 26 and a 20. So she got a 20 and a 22 now because I minus the 4, so that she's at 42. I'm doing some math in my head. She's at 42. Again, she's carrying it. She's doing well. A 22 is not bad, but she's all by her lonesome there on that stage blowing her hair. And it's just not... People who have been to the carnival before have seen her performances before, and they're familiar with this story that she tends to tell again and again. She has this gorgeous voice and this fantastic presence, but it's a bit like watching Lord of the Rings for the 12th time. Best movie of all time.
It only gets better.
A little bit
Hang on a
long
minute.
the 12th time. All right, you can fight with Zach after the show, because I had this argument with him.
I think maybe Palasha should try and sing another song, because, like, she only has one.
Her voice is beautiful.
The Noel next to you goes, I've heard this one before. Nice voice. Oh, no, not sure it's a nice voice.
Yeah,
I mean, her voice is beautiful, but the
Spoiler alert.
snails... Sorry.
He
Yes.
leaves her.
So Lotus is gonna he's not really paying that much attention. He kind of seems distracted by something up in the corner in the shadows. But he's gonna he kind of glances back and he commands 2 of the snails to go and make love right next to the tank for her final act.
Go ahead and give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Excellent.
I'm taking these snails away from you guys as soon as possible.
Brittany, where are you
Animal
going?
handling.
That's a 16.
Yeah, they'll go fuck right next to you. They wanted to do it anyway. Brittany and Connor are on their way. Brittany does turn her big eyelashed eyes around at you, Nora, goes,
Oh, Brittany.
and starts, like a sexy snail slither over to Connor, and they
There's
start
a little bit
doing
of a
their
serpentine
business.
maneuver.
We all love
We'll
sexy
work on your
snails.
taste later.
If they have eggs, can we dump those in the tank too?
Meanwhile,
I don't
Connor's
know
coming
how
up like,
snail reproduction works. I didn't think I would have to look it up.
Something to do with genital pores. I did look it up.
Whoa!
That's dedication.
Raina's like, I did my research.
Okay.
Brittany, how could
for
you?
Her final check, she's going into her big, again, Celine Dion key change moment. Again, with disadvantage, plus a 17, minus a d4. All right, she's got a 3. Let's see if she can get lower than a 3.
Yes, one.
Okay, so she got a 20 total on that final one. So what, she was at, she got a 20 to 22, she was 42, minus the d4. Okay, minus the d4, so she's at a 19, so she got 61 total to your 111.
And we were
All
afraid of
right.
her? Okay.
She's very good, but you guys did outrageously well. Your DC each round was a 24, and you got at least a 33 every round. You did very, very, very well. She is a fantastic performer, but even with those key changes, the modulations, her fantastic vibrato, you kind of look around you, the drum player sitting next to you is kind of wiping out his eyes. Still think about those fucking snails, man.
Oh, he can see those fucking snails.
Everyone,
They're right
can see
there.
Snails.
It's kind of beautiful, I think. And they're just not being caught on to this story that she tells of how she still, and as she brings it down into the final, like, music drop, just her voice part of the performance, where she talks about every full moon she goes out and waits the whole night for him to come back. Snudgach, you know this is a lie. She makes you wait outside under every full moon waiting to see if he comes back. She's never done it herself. She believes in her beauty sleep. There's applause. People are enjoying it. People liked her performance. She's a very talented performer, but Mr. Light alights upon his tightrope, walks across, that ball of light appears around him again, and the lights dim down on Palasha. Is there anything you guys would like to do before he begins his little speech here?
Lotus seems distracted.
Well,
You
the
did wonderfully,
bendy. She's busy posing on stage, but she opens her eyes a little bit. Gives you a little wave. The bendy daddy, Mr. Light, according to the Twitch comments that I have gotten so far, alights cross-legged upon his wire, head in his hands. Well, thank you so much for your fantastic performances tonight. We are so thankful for the hospitality you've all shown us. Can I get a round of applause for all of our performers tonight? You guys can join in, or you can sit there sullenly, whatever you'd like to do. Thank you. That's lovely of you.
Right. Game recognizes game.
Yeah, game recognizes games. There were good performances tonight. He spreads his arms wide. Now, Mr. Witch, if you wouldn't mind helping us find the finest performers of the evening, we've been keeping an eye on how the crowd has responded, and I do believe that we have found the greatest joy between the carnival's walls. And you can see, up in that booth, to the side of Mr. Light, that darker figure, larger, stouter, emerges. The light reflects off his face now. He's got a dark gray face, sharp features. He's not dour looking, but he's got a more serious face than Mr. Light, and he's certainly wearing a fine suit and the like. He's holding the staff in one hand that has that lit pyramid atop it, and he taps it once upon the ground, and I hit my mic, but that's good. It was thematic, because of light expands over the canopy of the carnival, coming from the finest point at the tip, coming down the walls, coming across the audience, filling them with warmth and a sort of giddiness. And the light swirls around everyone and begins to coalesce around all of you. Are you all sitting together?
Think so.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, of course.
Magnificent. Begins to coalesce around your forms, sparkles, glistens you up. You're looking beautiful. You're feeling fine. And Mr. Light falls, grabs himself by one hand from the tightrope and says, "Now, you've all performed admirably together. We greatly enjoyed your performance, as you can tell. But only one of you may be crowned the Witchlight Monarch. He pulls himself up and he puts his hands and kind of leans comfortably hanging from his elbows. Which one of you will we crown tonight? Now, all of you, of course, are much respected for your performances, but only one of you will be crowned.
Does that mean only one of us can talk to the Witchlight owners?
Oh, the Witchlight owners. Are you talking about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light? You're talking about me and my
Yes.
buddy over there.
Oh,
No,
yes.
no. I would love an opportunity to talk to you, Miss Narrator. What's your name?
Oh, Melianora. Call me Nora, not Melly.
Well, Melly, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Of course, you're all welcome to have drinks with us back in our booth in just a moment, but only one head can wear the crown.
I mean, does anyone else want the crown? Because I mean, it's really shiny, and
Go for
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
If you want it the most, why don't you take it? You contributed the most to our performance.
It seems that you really, really do want it.
I mean, I really, really, really want it. I didn't contribute the most, but I still want it.
But
I feel like you did. In your heart,
will,
you did.
will you go wear it and rub it in her face?
Yes.
I'm for this.
Yes. He like rushes forward.
Oh, right. Hey, Pumpkin. It's a pleasure to see you again, right here in the big top. What a funny situation. You can see him wink right at Palasha, who looks like she's literally going to explode as she's protesting being put back into her other tank. I'm not going in there. It's unclean. I'm ashy. This is unacceptable.
Wait, do I get to keep this crown? Like, does it stay on my head forever?
Mr. Light looks down at you. Sweetheart, you get to wear it just a brief amount of time, but the kingship, the monarchhood, stays with you forever. Now, if you would take a seat, and appearing on the square in the center of the tent there is a golden throne. And you all can join in the front as well because you're all champions. He'll wave you to join, but only one of you can be crowned because there is only one crown. You're all invited to stand up on the stage with our good friend Snudgach. You all heading up there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Snudgach absolutely runs up, flops down in the throat, and his feet don't even touch the ground. That's okay.
Yeah, it's like a guild, very curly, covered in butterflies ornately. It almost looks like an organic shape of branches and butterflies that's frozen into gold, into a very stately chair with a velvet cushion that you sit on with your little feet dangling off the side. Unfolding, unfolding down from the booth where Mr. Witch is still sat and where Mr. Light is joining him is a red carpet. It folds down. If you remember that moment at Aladdin where the genie opens his mouth and the carpet comes out into stairs. It's stairs that are descending down from the booth that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light descend together. You can now see Mr. Light is, again, stouter gentleman, fine suit, and he's carrying in his hands a box about yay big, kind of like if you've ever seen a chess box that's boarded up. It's only about this big, and it's in that harlequin pattern in bright colors that seems to be everywhere in the carnival. And he descends. He's got a little bit of a smile on his face. He's a little bit more serious than Mr. Light, who is still gesturing expansively and urging the crowd to applause for their champions. Couldn't have it here tonight without an audience to enjoy it. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. He reaches you on the stage. The ladder comes right down to you. And Mr. Rich will speak to you directly. Well, Snudgach, I never anticipated seeing you here in happier climes.
Yes, well, we are an actual performing troupe now. And I want it fair, and I mean, we want it fair and square. And I did not steal it all.
Well, that's something we'll discuss later when we have drinks. It's a pleasure to meet you all, the Witchlight playwrights.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's wonderful to meet you as well.
Yes.
One of you.
Hello. Right. Oh,
Okay,
Alistair,
put it on my
good
head.
to see you. Sit down quietly, Pumpkin. I'm working on it. And he will open the box inside. I've got to stop referencing movies. I was going to say it's like in Pulp Fiction where there's a light coming out of it. But the crown is this glistening golden circlet that's made out of butterflies spinning around each other that are frozen in gold. And he places it, or he holds it up. It catches the light of the Witchlight staff that glistens across it, this disco light across the theater. You can see, Vincent, that your friend Madrick is looking at it and clapping along for you guys and very excited. The chickens are losing their fucking shit. Everybody's having a good time. The snails are watching you from the side. And Snudgak, you will be crowned the Witchlight Monarch. I will let you know the special abilities that this does bestow upon you upcoming, but for now, you feel, as it's put down upon your head, some of the little butterflies seem to... Are you wearing your hat, or are you taking off your hat to receive the crown?
Good question. Yeah, I think Snood will take off. I'm not going to take off my hat because my ears are attached to that. Snood will take off their hat and like toss it and grab grabby hands for the crown. Are the butterflies real or fake? That's very important.
They are. When you initially grab for them, they're just frozen there in place. But when you grab them and they can feel the heat of your hand and you shove it onto your head, you can feel them sort of under your hands as they kind of come to life under your fingers and begin to flutter there.
Oh, so they are real.
Kind of. They're golden filigree, but they are animated and they come to life under your fingers as it settles onto your head and it reflects light across the theater. And you can feel a couple of them, just 3, seem to... Does Snudgak have hair?
Yeah, so Snood has like a fringe of like red, like a mohawk kind of red hair that comes out.
You can feel 3 little butterflies kind of crawl into your mohawk and alight there and stick their little butterflies are creepy, their little legs in and just kind of take nest there for a second, their wings beating. And Mr. Witch and Mr. Light try to eat one?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Make a dexterity check to try to catch one of these things.
Okay, sounds great. 14.
You catch one and you put it in your mouth and it's like trying to eat a coin. It's made out of metal. It comes out from your mouth and it just lands on your face again. Crawls its way up. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light will flank either side of your whole troop, turn to the audience and say, the winners and the monarchs of our carnival tonight are the Witchlight playwrights. And as the carnival, all of the audience begins to rise to their feet and applaud, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, I think I'm going to end the session there.
And we're gonna take a grand bow first.
Oh, I mean, obviously. Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. We all take a bow.
The greatest playwrights ever.
Our snails do too.
Yeah, the snails bow.
Yeah.
Lotus do be staring. But he commands the snails to stare to bow. Oh.
Yeah. The snails bow their little heads. And yeah, everyone you know in the audience is applauding. People are losing their minds. Palasha's having a mental breakdown 20 feet away from you. It's a good time. I'm going to end the session there. Next time, you guys are going to get to talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Figure out you had a pretty good time tonight, but there are people disappearing from the carnival and people whispering into your ear at odd moments, and some of you have lost memories in your mind. But tonight, you had a good night. Things are chill. And I think, do we have a Daniel here to do closing announcements for us? Or is that going to be a Dylan? Or is that going to be a me?
I can shout out everybody that we
can?
had today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah! Do it!
I don't know if there was any other.
Then I'll go to the other shout-outs. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So thank you all for coming in today. I appreciate it. I'm sure everybody here does. And so for our people who've subscribed, we start off with our nice big raid train. But thank you, Brother B, for a tier 1 subscription for the month. Very much. Thank you. Hatcher with 52 bits. Hatcher with 200 bits. Louis the Bun with 100 more bits. Hatcher with 2 bits. Friendship Magic Games for another 100 bits. Hype Train has started. We've got 300 bits from Hatcher. We got 20 bits from JP Lucidius. We've got 100 bits from Haloidy. We got 30 bits from Hatcher. We got 20 bits from McBluff. We got 5 gifted subs from Flock Obama. We got 100 bits from Brother B. We got 100 bits from Hello Love Does. Is that 5 more subs from Flock Obama? We got 100 more bits from Louis the Bun. Hype Train level 4. We got a sub from Quick Sub. We got rated by Phoenix Iwaki for 14 viewers. Thank you. Corsair Co followed. We got a subscribe from ASB95. Thank you. We got a gifted sub from Flock Obama yet again to AM Crenshaw. And just now we got a follow from Josh the Pirate. Thank you all.
Hi, Josh the Pirate. Yeah. All right. I want to shout out our other shows on this channel. If you enjoyed tonight, if you want to see any of us in other places, you can see our beautiful faces elsewhere and other members of our company who we love very much. We are not doing short rests. Short rests are on hiatus. So the next show that we got for you is if you come back on Monday night, Fate's End. Let me make sure I have the Central Times correct. Just a second. Central Time is weird. But Fate's End is our Monday night homebrew Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign. It's set in Aurora and Acacia, the setting to our Kickstarter book, Stargazer's Guide to Aurora. I am in that game. Danny is in that game. Raina is in that game. Absolutely fantastic. We're doing very exciting things right now. We're dealing with some Fae stuff. I think we're doing a heist. Raina did an excellent job murdering somebody last time, and Danny and I got an excellent job getting high on fantasy mushrooms. That is let me check what time it is. God. Central Standard Time. I believe
what you doing?
It is 7:30 Central Standard Time.
Right,
Thank you so much. 7:30 Central Standard Time on Monday nights. On Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you. I'm Pacific, so I never know what's going on. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, we have Breach Battles, which is a Malifaux war game tournament where we have people doing war games against each other. I believe last night we had Lauren versus Dylan. Dylan, how did that go? You were guild, right?
You're victorious. The guild came out victorious against the Resurrectionists.
No!
What? No!
Resurrectionists.
No!
I love the Resurrectionists.
No!
No, I mean, yeah!
So much anti-propaganda for the guild in here, and I'm not for it. I need some guild propaganda to get posted stat. Yeah.
So, Malifaux, the war game is based off of the Malifaux setting by Weird Games. It's a fantastic war game that we compete against each other every Tuesday night at 8 Central Standard Time, so please tune in for that. And then, of course, 8:30 Central Standard Time, every Wednesday night, you can come here and watch us do strange things with snails. We'll maybe have less snails next time, maybe more snails. You never know. Come back for the Witchlight playwrights. That name will stick forever and you'll never escape it. And we love having you all here. All right, anything else anybody wants to say before I have Dylan cascade us on a raid so that we can spread the love in the TTRPG community?
Anybody?
I just want to say that I love all of you, everyone.
Yes. Same.
Yeah.
We will see you guys
Love you.
next time.
Yep.
Wednesday.
Yeah.